Hello, everyone, and welcome to WWE Highway to Hell pay-per-view, where we'll be hosting the first ever WWE Worst Cup tournament. Now let me run down how this tournament works for you real quick, as we're going to need to jump right in. 32 competitors. Well, we took the 52 competitors, hello Frosty Vamps, we took the 52 competitors with the worst win-loss records in Universe. We cut out 20 of them, narrowed it down to 32 via various means. And then we seeded those 32 competitors from worst win-loss record to best. And with those seeds, we had our bracket made up. These 32 competitors will step into this tournament. And you proceed in the tournament by losing your match. So if you lose your round 1 match, you move on to round 2, etc. And the 2 competitors at the very end who lost every one of their matches, well, they will have to fight to the death at WrestleMania. And of course, a death match. Now, I would like to say real quick, before we jump into this, number 1, we're going to have entrances on for round 1. A nice little surprise of like, oh, who's coming out? Because we're not going to run down the bracket right now. We're just going to see them as they come out. After round 1, no more entrances until the main event, where Kilberg will defend his Punchy Boys 2K18 championship against the King of the Ring, Big Papa Smurf. Now, I would like to give a little bit of a nod, a thank you to former NSFW wrestling legend Bowser, who offered to let us use his castle, of course Bowser's castle, as the arena for the WWE Worst Cup. And we were very happily going to accept his offer, but unfortunately we were recently told by law enforcement out of our WWE Universe that this tournament was both immoral, disgusting, and illegal, in that we were not allowed to hold this tournament. So, what we have chosen to do is, instead of going to Bowser's Castle, we have set up 30 arenas in 30 different backyards in 30 different cities and countries. They won't be able to track a thing, so welcome to the WWE Worst Cup. And let us prepare for our first match, our opening matchup. Now, at one point I had everyone's win-loss records written down. I was going to be like, well, this person's 0-3, and that's why they're here. This person's 2-0. I did a lot of this on paper. I scratched a lot of those out, so I do have their win-loss records available, because I have the WordPad document that I keep all this shit typed on normally. But I'm not going to bother pulling those up. You know what? Yes, I fucking am. I am absolutely going to bother pulling this up, because this loading screen's already taking so long that I would like to have this stuff ready. I'm sorry, you telling me I spelt that word wrong? Because I highly disagree. There we go. Let's get that WordPad over here to the second monitor so I can check it out. Who's ready to... Oh, we're jumping right in. I forgot. I don't hit the play button on this one. We're just going to jump from Austin, Texas, where our opening match is going to take place. And here he is to start off the WWE Worst Cup. Most people's pick to make it all the way to the death match at WrestleMania. Been hearing there's a shocking wrestler in Worst of the Worst. I'm going to tell you right now, there is a... You know, British Bulldog, we all knew he would be here. A lot of people think he's going to end up going to WrestleMania and dying at WrestleMania. A lot of people consider him the true ultimate jobber, sitting at an 0-7 win streak. I can tell you right now that in this opening match, British Bulldog is going to be facing someone who I'm sure you're all very shocked is going to be in Worst of the Worst. But they did technically qualify by losing the only match they have had here in Universe mode. And facing British Bulldog in round 1 of the WWE Worst Cup is none other than the immortal Hulk Hogan! But is he truly immortal? Can this man die? We could find out if he goes all the way to WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan could... He's an old, frail man. You know, we trash British Bulldog a lot. He loses in literally every match he's been in. And unlike most of the people in this tournament, he's been in quite a lot of matches. But can he... Will he lose to this frail... Oh my god. Maybe he's not as frail and old as we thought he might be. He might have pumped himself full of steroids before this fight, knowing that his life is on the line. That's right, British Bulldog. Hogan's pissed for being at this tournament. Well, maybe he should have never come back. We are opening the WWE Worst Cup with Hulk Hogan versus the British Bulldog. Alright, people in the front row, could you quit taking pictures of this event? We're not supposed to be holding this tournament. That's why we're in a random backyard in Austin, Texas. Is Austin, Texas, like, do people in Austin even have backyards? It's a pretty big city. Maybe it's like a fake backyard in someone's apartment. Who knows? Either way. Lockups here by Hulk Hogan and British Bulldog going back and forth. These two. Oh, Bulldog pushing Hulk Hogan into the ropes here. Now, I've got to ask, you know, chat, the audience, of all the people in the universe who you think could potentially... I know you don't know who's in the tournament, aside from a few obvious competitors. Without knowing anything, who would you say your pick, one of your two picks to make it all the way to the end of this tournament would be? Is it British Bulldog? Is it someone else that you don't even know is in this tournament? Oh, and Japanese ref having to break this up. Thank you, by the way, to Japanese ref, who is not only returning from his vacation. I believe he was on a vacation for about a month. He's returning for the WWE Worst Cup. Crucifix to Hulk Hogan into a pin. One! And Hogan kicks out. He's returning from his vacation in a tournament where we are going to have to fly him out to 30 different locations, all in one day. We've got him a private jet that moves at Mach 10. So, you know, he deserved his vacation leading up into this here tournament. Pretty solid pick on who's going to be in the final match. Well, who do you think it's going to be? Share that prediction right now as we see Bulldog hitting a pile driver on Hulk Hogan, who wisely rolls out of the ring. British Bulldog knows his life is on the line here. He just needs to win a single match. If he can beat Hulk Hogan here tonight. Oh, but Hogan fighting back. Now getting in the ring. Going for a big body slam, but British Bulldog was ready with the neck breaker. As Bulldog picks Hulk Hogan up, the crowd, they are not loving this. They don't want to see either of these men die. Sure, British Bulldog and Hulk Hogan they're both pretty bad competitors in the ring. This crowd doesn't want to see them die, though. They're legends. Running power slam to Hulk Hogan. 1, 2, and Hogan kicks out of the power slam, and British Bulldog can't believe it. Hogan's going over, brother, and Bulldog is not happy about that. Also, I should say this, my phone is going haywire, so I'll be in and out for the whole tournament. Well, you won't have to, you know what, that'll make you a, not a witness. You plausible deniability after viewing only parts of this tournament. As we see a big inverted atomic drop to the British Bulldog. Hogan staring on at him, glaring the man down, telling him that he is going to put Bulldog in an early grave. Big elbow there to the British Bulldog. Oh, and Hogan sent to the outside on that hard ground. Lag? Oh, no. I think the lag's just on your end, because there's no lag on my end from what I see. Big neck breaker from British Bulldog. Yeah, I don't have lag on my end, so I think that's your phone. As Bulldog going for the pin, too. And Hogan still kicking out. Bulldog getting pumped up. First match of the tournament includes the man most people would believe is going to lose the whole tournament as he busts Hulk Hogan open. This is it. When the fuck did Bulldog do the Rude Awakening? Right now. Right this moment. While he's fighting for his life. Bulldog throwing Hogan to the ground, getting him up, and a kick to the gut. He's gonna put Hulk Hogan away. Power bomb to the real American.
Byron, he may be down for good.
Now big elbows coming down, trying to bust Hogan up even more. Oh no! Bulldog better look out as Hogan. It looked like he was hulking up, but Bulldog put a stop to that real quick. As Bulldog getting Hulk Hogan up to his feet, punching him hard in the face, and this is not good for Hulk Hogan. Because even if he, if he loses this match, not only does he continue on with the tournament, look how injured Hulk Hogan is as he gets hit with a second running power slam. 1, 2, 3. No! Hulk Hogan still kicking out, brother. And British Bulldog is livid. He can't believe it. I was about to say, if Hulk Hogan loses here, not only does he move on in the tournament, look how injured he is. That's got to be right pickings for whoever Hogan would face in the second round. As Bulldog picks Hogan up this time. Big snake eyes off the top turnbuckle. British Bulldog has snapped. He is pummeling Hulk Hogan. He does not want to be in this tournament. This is going to be Bulldog's first win. He knows it. He's got Hogan up. No! Hogan reverses the powerbomb with a face buster. Big stomp there to the British Bulldog, getting him up to his feet. Knee to the head of British Bulldog. Oh, and Bulldog was ready with the snapmare. Big headbutts there. He sure likes coming from my phone. It never did this before. DDT from Hulk Hogan. It's like the crowd is lagging a little bit. There's like very slight occasional stuttering because of the arena. But it's like I'm looking at OBS and I'm looking at Twitch on my second monitor. And both of them are like, occasionally there's a very slight stutter, but it's barely noticeable. But there's no like lag at all. So it's definitely either your internet or your phone. Or Twitch. Well, no, because I'm looking at Twitch right now. And it's completely fine on my end. It's obviously not running as well as your... It must be because of the arena in the game. Yeah, no, definitely. That's definitely what's causing it. But, like... It's definitely not running as well as it normally would. But it's not, like, lagging so bad it's, like, unbearable. It's just, like, your basic arena wear on the game. Big... Oh! Side suplex on the ground. British Bulldog needs to be careful here. A count-out loss is still a loss. And it will make him move further on in the tournament as Hulk Hogan gets British Bulldog up to his feet. Oh, and Bulldog was ready, throwing Hogan around. There's no mats out here on the ground. This is just hard dirt and grass as Hogan gets sent into the steel pole. And British Bulldog knows what he has to do to save his life.
This might be the end of the road for him, Byron.
Bulldog getting pumped up. Japanese ref, I think, is at like a 7 or an 8 count. And Hogan getting sent back into the ring. British Bulldog does not want to win via countout. British Bulldog wants to put Hulk Hogan away. What if it's a draw? Very good question. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, and Hogan sent slamming down into that turnbuckle. Now into a pin after sending Hogan into those steel ring posts repeatedly. And Hogan still kicking out after everything he's been through. British Bulldog in shocked disbelief. He's gonna have to end him. He might have to kill Hulk Hogan right here. May not wait till WrestleMania. Running power slam into the pin. That's a rope break though. Hogan had his foot under the rope according to the ref, and British Bulldog going right back to attacking the giant traps. But Hulk Hogan hulking up, fighting back. Big punch to the British Bulldog and another nasty right hook as he picks British Bulldog up for a massive backbreaker, dragging him to the center of the ring. Hogan running the ropes into a leg drop, brother, on British Bulldog into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Hulk Hogan defeats the British Bulldog in round 1. Hogan win over brother. 3 running power slams. Hulk Hogan going into the ring post headfirst twice. None of this was enough to give British Bulldog the win here tonight in this opening contest, and he will be moving on to round 2 of the WWE Worst Cup Classic Hogan match. Kick out at 0 from a finisher and then the leg drop. Kick out at 0 after 3 finishers and then the leg drop. And Hulk Hogan, he's got to be thrilled that he is out of this tournament and his life is not on the line. Now we're trying to save some time here, so I'm sorry. Most people's most people's win celebrations are gonna get skipped, so that we can move on to our next match rather quickly. How are you doing this fine evening, Dunks? He has a tasty treat that he is enjoying. Good for him. Alright, I am setting up our next match. But now's a great time. If you would like to make any predictions about who you think is going all the way to WrestleMania here in this Worst Cup, who is going to make it to the semifinals, now's a good time to make predictions while I am, you know, setting it up. Dunks is he's just enjoying that treat over there. And you. Alrighty. Our second match has been set up. We have flown Japanese ref out to the next arena. We're getting the competitors in the crowd ready. You know, I know a lot of you are thinking, why would a crowd show up for exactly one match? Well, it's a backyard, and we're also not charging money. It's a free match. We can't charge money. We don't want a paper trail left to show that we are even holding this tournament. So, all of these nice people in the audience, they get to just show up and be like, yeah, I watched Hulk Hogan basically send British Bulldog to his grave. You got Japanese ref making it to the finals. I'm sorry to say Japanese. Well, you know what? Actually, I see what you did there. And you're probably correct. I assume Japanese ref will be the WrestleMania referee. Dunk's doing a good taste. Now, if you thought that a Hulk Hogan British Bulldog opening match was a weird way to start the tournament, let me tell you, you ain't seen nothing yet. We have another doozy of a match coming up here as your second match here in the tournament in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And a very fitting place for this match to take place, considering the first competitor in this match is none other than Gran Metalik. Let's, you know, I said I was going to get these standings up. Gran Metalik, a former holder of Thorne's Super Sweet Championship title belt, standing at a win-loss record of 1-3, only a 25% win ratio. Literally, his only win was, I believe, the ladder match where he got that title in his debut. And it has been all downhill for Gran Metalik ever since. But will it continue to go downhill? Or will he be able to overcome his opponent here? Now, both these men have to be excited about their placement in the tournament, because whoever loses this will be facing British Bulldog in the next round. And you gotta imagine both of them are gonna feel pretty confident about being able to beat British Bulldog. This looks like the same arena as the Texas one. Yeah, it's a backyard. All backyards look the same here in America. It's, and there he is. Deadpool qualified for the WWE Worst Cup. Alright, we're getting a little bit of lag on Deadpool's entrance, I'll admit that. That lag is, like, actually part of this.
We have one-on-one action on the way, and this one should be nothing short of amazing. I don't doubt that for a moment, Michael. In fact, I would go
Deadpool
so far as to say this
qualifying
might steal the show.
for the WWE Worst Cup with a record of 0-2. What a shocker, Deadpool. The Law, really been doing absolutely nothing as the enforcement of Jim Bob Crockett Promotions. They're literally the Law, and one of them is participating in this illegal tournament that we were told not to have. So that should really tell you everything you need to know about the Law. But will we see Deadpool? Actually, no, it makes sense. The Law does fucking nothing. Exactly. Now, you do have to wonder if maybe the Law will come out, try and help their friend Deadpool beat Grand Metalik here in this opening matchup. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Deadpool can't quite do the splits, but he did his best. And these are people, the arenas look the same. We are setting up, we have production crews everywhere setting up the arenas with our own little decorations and stuff. They're different backyards, but it's similar arenas. Immediate crucifix right out of the gate from Deadpool to Grand Metalik, just kicking him to the ground. Deadpool just wants to get out of this tournament as quick as possible. Go get himself a chicken sandwich. The wonderful Albuquerque, New Mexico chicken sandwich special. As we see a hard DDT to Grand Metalik. As Deadpool getting him right up. And Metalik hit with a huge sit-out powerbomb. Things are not looking good for the masked luchador here in Albuquerque. Actually, 2 Mirror of Laws could have been in since Cena was excluded from multiverse problems. You are correct. Jesus! What a move! Was that a 630 from Deadpool? I gotta see it again. That was indeed a 630 from Deadpool. Not only is he not a coward, but he is not moving on in this tournament. He almost landed on his head. He had to adjust his trajectory midair there a little bit. And just like that, Grand Metalik is crushed and sent to the next round. But you know what, in hindsight, this could actually be a good thing for Grand Metalik, and here's why. Grand Metalik, yes, he got squashed in that match, but if you think about it, all that really happened, hooray, now the Laws will disappear probably forever. If you think about it, all Grand Metalik took in that match was a crucifix bomb, a DDT, and a 630. And yes, he lost, but those are the only 3 moves he took. Now think about everything British Bulldog had to go through to not even put Hulk Hogan away. And so realistically, Grand Metalik has the advantage on British Bulldog as being less exhausted than him. British Bulldog's already a complete and total pushover. So while I'm sure he's not very happy about losing in the first place, you have to imagine that he's probably pretty glad he's going up against British Bulldog here in the second round. But it's time now to move on to match number 3. Maybe Grand knew Deadpool's tough opponent decided to lay down for an easy win against Bulldog. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's reasonable. I think that it's a possibility. But I think realistically he just got hit with a crucifix bomb and then a 630. And really, I don't assume Grand Metalik was expecting a 630 to come out of nowhere. Deadpool definitely beat his ass. But, you know, maybe Grand Metalik was like, fuck, man, I just don't even want to kick out of a 630. I'll just eat shit right now and beat up British Bulldog. It's very possible. But is Deadpool even a tough opponent if he's 0-2? He technically has a worse record than Grand Metalik. But speaking of people with absolutely abysmal win-loss records, the first competitor in this next match has one of the worst records in Universe. Oh no, is right. Cassius Ohno, sitting at an absolutely abysmal record of 1-5. Yes, he is a former tag team champion on Friday Night Fights. Yes, he did basically have to cheat to get that tag victory. His only singles victory was when he won the contract, the IOU for the tag title. Just an awful singles competitor, really. And he will be going one-on-one against a man who's... Honestly, it's a little unfortunate he's here. He's one of the few men who's really just 0-1, but wasn't relevant or irrelevant enough to get cut from the 52. Really just an absolute middle lane for irrelevancy for this next superstar. So hopefully he can pick up a win against Cassius Ohno. Honestly, I hope Cassius Ohno... Well, he can't fight British Bulldog in the semifinals, but I hope Ohno's going to just die at WrestleMania. And there he is. R-Truth here in the WWE Worst Cup. It's going to be Truth versus Ohno. Of course, as I already said, Truth 0-1. He was in the elimination. He was in the Dudes with Tude Elimination Chamber for Thorne's Super Sweet title belt that John Cena would go on to win. And that's really it for him, honestly. Really sucks he was given a title shot because he's got some sweet attitude. And that ends him in the fucking death tournament. So that's a real shame for R-Truth. I hope he can pull out a win against Cassius Ohno here, or I'm going to be very sad. Look at him. Even though he knows he's got the victory against Cassius Ohno here. He is getting the crowd pumped up. He's just happy to be booked on TV. Even if it's in a random backyard in Kansas. He says it's okay. He's gonna win, and he's gonna turn that record into 1-1, and everything's gonna be alright. Although I have to say, Cassius Ohno got a different look in his eye than we're used to seeing. Maybe a more serious Ohno than normal. Big neck breaker to R-Truth right out of the gate. Ohno, former tag team champion, does not want to die. He can't leave his best friend No Way Jose alone. I've been informed that the SWAT team is trying to track the arena location. Well, good luck. There's no way they'll be able to find all of them. Even if they just found the Austin location, they'll never be able to make it to our next location in time. As R-Truth now going for a big suplex, but Cassius Ohno able to reverse. Now picking R-Truth up. Oh, for a tossing Falcon's arrow. Now off the ropes. Big boy senton to R-Truth. Cassius Ohno's fat ass crashing down on him. Dunks had a big dinner just now, and he's like, boy howdy, am I feeling like Cassius Ohno. And R-Truth now fighting back with the same reversal. Running power slam. Shades of the British Bulldog. May not want to have any shades of him, R-Truth, or things could look bad for you. As he's picking Ohno up once again. Oh my god! Big... I don't even know what to call it. It's kind of a Falcon's arrow, but not really. I guess it's more of a suplex facebuster brogue kick from R-Truth, who now goes to the top rope. Ohno trying to get to his feet. And, oh, ninja roll. He was ready for it. Goes for the big boot. But R-Truth was ready, but he wasn't ready for Cassius Ohno's fat ass. As he goes off the ropes again, a second big boy senton, trying to crush the lungs of R-Truth here in this tournament. Kick to the gut, and Ohno picking R-Truth up for a massive buckle bomb. Ohno now Irish whipping R-Truth into the corner. R-Truth better be careful. Oh no! Don't do it, Ohno! Ohno sending him hard to the ring post. Ohno does not want to be in this tournament. He is taking R-Truth out here. Oh no! Look out! Oh no!
What a boot. This could be it.
Things are not looking good for R-Truth. But he's doing his best to fight back here. Picking Keston up. Ono was ready for it. Kicking out R-Truth's leg. And now spins him around to a neck breaker. Oh, and turns it into a pin. 1, 2. And R-Truth kicked out. Been informed the SWAT team has a mole inside the worst of the worst tournament, where a wrestler who's afraid to die is giving them info. Oh, but there's so many of them. Flatliner from Ono. It could be Ono. Ono could be the snitch. Into the pin. 1, 2. Oh my god, the Flatliner takes out R-Truth. Cassius Ono has saved himself from the WWE Worst Cup. Could British Bulldog be the snitch, Dunks? Hulk Hogan could have been the snitch. I don't think Deadpool was the snitch. He didn't seem very concerned about losing here. Big ol' stretchy boy. Well, here's the thing, though. None of the superstars know where every match of the tournament is going to take place. They only know where their specific match is taking place because they're in that area, obviously. So, I mean, I guess if we get some cops running in on one of the matches, we know who the mole is. But otherwise, who knows? Maybe the SWAT team will never find any of them. Maybe it's all false rumors. There's only one way to find out, and that is to continue on with this WWE Worst Cup here at Highway to Hell. I know, Sanute. Well, alright, I'm gonna be fucking real with you. I don't even know. It's not even gonna be called Highway to Hell anymore. That was a much better idea when it was Bowser's Castle before I realized there was a backyard wrestling arena. So honestly, this whole pay-per-view is just called the WWE Worst Cup now. I also had a pretty good line about the road to WrestleMania taking a detour into the Highway to Hell that I completely forgot to say. So honestly, like, fucking scrap it. It's just the WWE Worst Cup now. That we came up with a fake name to throw off the cops. Bunch of idiots. Obviously, we couldn't advertise Highway to Hell. We'd already call it Time to Shine or Die. That's just terrible. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just awful. Dunks, what does your thick-ass, chunky chicken leg think? Dude, he's trying to go to bed. He had a big dinner. He just got done with big walkies. He's trying to do a snooze. He says, "Good night, everyone. I'm going to bed." Dunks, do you think Almas will be in the WWE Worst Cup? And he's like, "No, you fool. Almas has never lost. He's too good." And Dunks makes a very good point. Almas has, in fact, never lost, and thus will not be in the WWE Worst Cup. I know he's mad at me for insinuating, and also for grabbing his chunky chicken legs and playing with them while he's trying to snooze. Well, match number 4 of this tournament ready to get underway. And let me tell you, there is a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion in this match. That's right. But it is not this individual coming to the ring right now. This is another individual that a lot of people think could lose the whole thing and go to WrestleMania. It's none other than Rock Lee. Although, you know, Rock Lee, he was an early pick to die at WrestleMania at the end of the Worst Cup. But recently, he's really been picking himself up. He lost to Dave in that Fight Master title match, sure, but he was one of the 2 survivors at Survivor Series. He beat Booker T twice. And he's just, you know, he's been turning his career around. He was trying to keep himself out of this tournament. He was very close. His record is 4-8. He had a fucking ton of matches, but he just lost too many of them there early on. But you know what? Maybe he's not an early pick to lose the whole tournament. He could get himself out of the tournament right this moment. But he's going to have to go through a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion to do it. And not just any former champion, a former two-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. If we could get through, I really thought the next entrance was going to start by the time I said that, but Rock Lee is still going. He's still showing off. The crowd surprisingly behind Rock Lee as we see this former champion coming to the ring now. It is none other. God, get to it already. It's Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel with a record of 2-3. Often imitated, never eliminated, but Axel's gonna hope he can eliminate himself from this tournament very early on by defeating Rock Lee. Axel, very displeased at being a former two-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion and still being in this tournament, but you know what, his 2K18 record, it is 2-3. It qualified him, and he did not make the cut of people being removed at the start. He feels like he should have been, but that's just not how it went. One of these two men will face R-Truth in the second round. I didn't even see where this one took place. I hope we're hiding where it's taking place now, so the snitch doesn't know. And right out of the gate, R-Truth with a backbreaker to former World Heavyweight Champion Curtis Axel. And yes, I am getting paid to remind you that he held the WWE World Heavyweight Championship twice and only ever lost it to Money in the Bank cash-ins. As Rock Lee goes to pick him up, no. Axel fighting back. Oh, and Rock Lee catches him with a DDT anyway. Lee now stomping on Axel's back into a leg drop, brother. Rock Lee paying attention to that Hulk Hogan match in the opener. As Lee now, big uppercut to Curtis Axel, Irish whipping him into the ropes. Oh, and they both just kind of bounce into each other. But Axel throw him over the corner. Oh, headbutt to Rock Lee. And these two on the outside. Rock Lee looks like he's in a lot of trouble. That might have injured Rock Lee there as Axel now just beating the crap out of him on the outside of the ring. Trying to make Rock Lee eat that dirt. I've been told the SWAT team have told the Mole to stay in the tournament as long as possible. That would be a very foolish thing to do, in my opinion. I don't know if anyone would listen to them. Then again, maybe we saw Grand Metalik throw his match. Maybe Grand Metalik's the Mole. Who knows? I know right now, basically everyone else has been fighting for their life in this tournament, but we do have tons more competitors still to go here tonight. As Axel staring Rock Lee down, right hook, getting him up to his feet, right hook to Rock Lee again from behind, but Lee was ready, taking out the knee. Oh, and Axel dodging that clothesline into a side Russian leg sweep. And now Axel just pummeling Rock Lee's head hard into the ground. Up on the second rope, Rock Lee could be in trouble. Axel calling him up to his feet, but Rock Lee's right in front of him. Oh, kicking him away. Smart move by Curtis Axel. Oh, went for a spinning uppercut. Curtis Axel trying to get a little fancy here, but he still picked. I don't know what Rock Lee was doing. Just sitting around doing nothing. Deadlift slam from Curtis Axel, who forces Rock Lee down into the pin. One. And Rock Lee kicking out Curtis Axel now. Up on his feet. Stomp to Rock Lee. As Axel, big face buster. Axel now, another elbow. Been looking pretty strong in this match. Been doing his absolute best to fight onward here. Curtis Axel loves to refer to himself as better than perfect as he connects with a sit-out blockbuster. And as we all know, perfection never dies. But Rock Lee could be dying if he goes to the end. McGillicudder from Curtis Axel. Trying to get the pin on Rock Lee. He's wasting a lot of time. Now finally dragging him over into the pin. Rock Lee's hand not quite under the rope too. And Curtis Axel, he just wasted way too much time there. Rock Lee was only able to kick out because Curtis Axel, he wasn't ready. And he's gonna kill Rock Lee right here in this backyard. I feel like every match has had someone say they're gonna kill him. In this round of the tournament, big elbow drop to Rock Lee. Oh, but Lee escaping, and Axel catches him right off guard, but so does Lee. These two give everything they've got. Leaf Hurricane to Curtis Axel. And Lee setting him up now. Curtis Axel needs to watch out as he turns around into the primary Lotus. Rock Lee right into the pinfall. No time wasted. 1, 2, and Curtis Axel able to kick out of the primary Lotus. He is a former 2-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion for a reason. Oh, big kick there to Rock Lee. As Axel now grabbing him, and out of nowhere, a rude awakening. In the pin. Oh, but Rock Lee had his feet under the ropes. The crowd going wild for this matchup as Axel gets Lee to his feet. Another snapmare. Could we see another sit-out blockbuster? No. Headlock on Rock Lee. Trying to do some damage to the Taijutsu Master. Maybe trying to get him to give up. But Lee has Curtis Axel's head. Jawbreaker. Doing damage to the son of Mr. Perfect. Fun fact, Mr. Perfect actually qualified for this tournament, but was cut due to the fact that he was only 1-0. And wait, what? Wait, that's Dash Wilder. Why is Dash Wilder coming out here and distracting Rock Lee? Curtis Axel rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Dash Wilder just saved Curtis Axel. What has just happened? Dash Wilder just helped Curtis Axel roll up Rock Lee and save Curtis Axel from this tournament. Unbelievable. And of course, Axel did kick out of that primary Lotus, but in the end, is Curtis Axel joining the Revival? What is going on here? You know, I don't get the police and SWAT team want to shut this down when they allowed death before, like, Boss Man and technically Undertaker.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay, well, the difference here is... I don't know what the fuck just happened. Alright, so the thing with the Undertaker thing was not sanctioned. Screw job. The bearded brothers looking out for each other here tonight in the WWE Worst Cup. So the thing about Undertaker is that wasn't sanctioned. That was Cole Phelps going on his own. You know, he was doing his own thing, right? And as for the random death match, the difference is we just had it was one death match, all right, and it was between a cop and someone who wasn't even a wrestler. So really, it was this whole like ridiculous ordeal. It's not that the death match isn't allowed, right? It's that they don't think we should have an entire tournament with people's lives on the line. It's one thing when, like, because, like, Kurt Hawkins and Big Boss Man, they agreed to the death match. These 32 competitors are being forced into this tournament where the loser dies. And that's what the SWAT team has a problem with, and that's why we have to be very careful here with what we say and do, and where we say and do it. Oh, okay, I understand. In this next match, what a fucking twist that... I was actually, like, thinking during that match, I was like, I wonder if I need, like... I wonder if people are allowed to run in on this arena, if maybe there's like a setting in custom arenas where you can turn off run-ins. Because I thought it was... Because like after King of the Ring, I guess King of the Ring spoiled me. Yeah, it's only been 4 matches, but I was like, man, King of the Ring had like a run in every other match. You've been informed that SWAT team has found a future location and is staking it out. Well, I wonder if that's true. We'll have to find out. For a split second, I thought Dash Wilder was part of the SWAT team. But no, he was just helping his bearded brethren, Curtis Axel, out. Now this next matchup, it is gonna be quite the doozy. 2 larger-than-life competitors facing off here in, let's say, Monterey, Montgomery. I wasn't looking. Either way, here comes Rikishi, someone we all knew would be in this tournament with a win-loss record of 2-9. You know, Rikishi, he had a lot of losses. At one point, he was 0-8, worse than the British Bulldog. But he got 2 big wins in that King of the Ring tournament he was in. And then, unfortunately, could it be a red herring and Dash, Axel, and Lee all working for the SWAT? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it.
And I'd also like to add that this match will go along.
Curtis Axel is not a fucking cop. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and he's hoping his stock continues to rise. A loss here, though, would certainly crush those hopes.
But Rikishi, you know, he was trying to pick up some wins, trying to hopefully save himself before this tournament happened. Did not even come close to it. Unfortunately for him, someone else at 0-1, but still qualifying for the tournament. It is none other than the possibly former Dark Mizzard, T.J. Perkins. We're still unsure if the Mizzards are alright. But either way, this match, by the way, hasn't started, so that dab is not illegal. Actually, this whole match is unsanctioned, so I guess I can't find him for dabs. Either way, T.J. Perkins here in the WWE Worst Cup going up against Rikishi.
Tell me, Corey, do you like his chances here tonight?
We see him go up to the top rope. Is he going to hit another dab? Oh, not quite.
So yes, I do like his chances.
Oh, wait. Is he going to do it? No, he didn't do it. Alright, well, at least Perkins only hit 1 dab in his entrance. It's a very, very respectful thing for Perkins to do. In respect for all the people who could potentially die thanks to this tournament. Noticing Miz since qualifying for the Rumble Chamber. You are correct, but we will see him tomorrow at Rumble Chamber. Big right hook. Oh, Perkins immediately just beating the crap out of Rikishi as Rikishi just takes him down with an elbow.
In a good old-fashioned wrestling match.
Now forcing Perkins up here. Big choke bomb to the Dark Mizzard. You know, Perkins, he may have his black magic, but Rikishi definitely has the size advantage. As Perkins crawling outside the ropes to help get himself up. Rikishi playing up to the crowd, letting them know that he is not going to be in this tournament anymore. Big right hook sends Perkins to the outside. And, you know, Perkins, he might have a lot of stuff on his mind. Breaking kayfabe, I hope Miz interferes and screws Perkins in the match. That would certainly be wild. Big, oh, DDT into that hard ground to Rikishi. As I was saying, as you brought up, Perkins has a lot on his mind. He could be distracted going into this tournament, and that could be literally fatal for Mr. T.J. Perkins. As he continues to wrench Rikishi on the outside here. Running knee. Shades of his former teacher, The Miz. Maybe former teacher. Again, I don't know. Are the Mizzards alright? We have no idea. As Perkins now on the second rope. Trying to get Rikishi up to his feet. Oh, big Hurricane Rana to this big boy. And Perkins hitting the dab right in the center of the ring. He knows he can't be fined for it. Those dabs give him his black magic. Oh, but he may have wasted a bit too much time as Rikishi sends him flying into that turnbuckle. And maybe looking for a pin here, maybe hoping the turnbuckle hurt him, but Perkins kicking out at 0. That dab gave him a bit too much black magic. He can't be put away that easily just yet. I've actually just been informed that TJP's Miz powers are gone, and all that's left is his dabbing power. That's factually incorrect. He actually had the powers before he teamed with The Miz. He discovered them while fighting The Miz, actually. The Miz was just helping him master them, so I'm sure they're not nearly as good as they were originally, but he definitely still has the powers in him. Oh, and Rikishi taking a sumo stance as Perkins wisely rolls himself to the ring apron once again. Oh, big headbutt sends Perkins to the outside. Followed up by another headbutt. These two just bludgeoning each other here. As we see a nasty chop. Sorry, my words were wrong, but they were sealed is more correct. Is The Miz trying to get rid of Perkins' black magic? Maybe he thinks they aren't deserving of it. Who knows? Oh, straight jacket neck breaker to Rikishi. Oh, and he just drags his foot along Rikishi's face as the ref now at a 5 count. Oh, God. Perkins might have just blown out his knees by missing that drop kick on the outside. Oh, but Perkins fighting back. 6 count. These boys need to look out. They need to be a bit careful. Oh, right hook from Rikishi. He's just beating Perkins up. Going for the belly-to-belly. Perkins hits the uppercut. Hurricane Rana into the barricade from Perkins. We are at an 8 count. These boys need to look out. And another Hurricane Rana. Wait, it's a draw. Wait. I thought we were 1 count short. Perkins and Rikishi fighting to a draw here. I don't actually know what that means. We're gonna take it to the back. We're gonna discuss what that draw means. Triple threat next round. I will get back to you after this next match on what we're going to do, as we are going to move on now to the next match. I'll take it up with Dunks. He's woken up after this excitement. He's coming to discuss what to do with me. I know it's a very concerning situation, but we are going to set things up and move on. And I think we're gonna have let's see here. Who's next? Alright, that's quite the match that is up next. A match that personally hits me close to home. This match, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This match consists of 2 fan-favorite competitors of mine. You must remember your word will have effect on how wrestlers will face each other. What? I have no idea what that means. Dunks is going off to the corner to think about what he wants done. But this next match, it's very concerning to me. I love both the competitors in this match. And unfortunately, one of them has to move on. But I'm hoping that obviously one has to save himself here. I'm hoping whoever moves on to the round 2, they can save themselves then. Against Rikishi or Perkins, I don't know what's going to happen there. But we'll see what's going to happen. Boy howdy. Dunk's doing the good snoot as he mulls this hard decision over. But either way, it is time now for our next matchup here in Newark, New Jersey. Saying how the draw is handled will affect on whether wrestlers will aim for a draw. No, okay, I see what you're saying. If you're implying that, by the way, it's Zack Ryder. I'm very fucking sad that he's here. If you're implying that possibly getting a draw keeps you out of the tournament, you are wrong. That's like, what's being discussed right now is, will it go to a decision? Will both go to the next round? Or will we just redo the match, maybe under Extreme Rules? It's what's being discussed at this moment. And we will have an answer at the end of this match, featuring the hype man, Zack Ryder, the host of Zack Down Live. Going one-on-one against a man who I never would have expected to be in this tournament. It is, in fact, Meat Boy. Now let me go ahead and pull up their records for you real quick. I did not think to bring them up a second ago. Zack Ryder entering this tournament at 0-2, and Meat Boy at 2-3. So decision, Extreme Rules, or triple threat. That's what Dunks is mulling over right now. That's what he's debating. Those seem like the three likely scenarios. A little bit of lag there on his entrance. I'm not going to worry about lag during the entrances, because those are not exactly, like, new. They happen fairly often. Now, Meat Boy, you know, we've been seeing his, been seeing a bit more of an aggressive side of him lately. Now, interesting fun fact for you. Meat Boy, at one point, was told by The Undertaker that he was The Undertaker's, like, The Undertaker thought he was going to be one of the hottest superstars here in Universe ever. And he told him that in 2K18. And that really fueled Meat Boy's ambitions. And I don't know where things started going downhill for Meat Boy here in 2K18, but it's been very unfortunate to see him try so hard and come up short so often. We've been seeing a new aggressive side of him, but, you know, that's caused him to come up short as well, and it just seems like Meat Boy can't catch a break. And so I'd hate to see either him or Zack Ryder make it to the semifinals. But they are going to give it their all to hopefully save themselves as Meat Boy kicking out here. And Zack Ryder going for a drop kick, which Meat Boy is able to evade, grabbing him Saito suplex to Zack Ryder. As he now picks Zack Ryder up to his feet slowly into a snap DDT. Meat Boy could be looking for a quick finish here, trying to do some serious damage to Zack Ryder. Springboard, but Ryder rolled out of the way. And Meat Boy just eats Matt as he frog splashes hard to the ground. A brilliant evasion there by Zack Ryder as Meat Boy able to reverse that DDT. Tiger Driver out of nowhere. Meat Boy busting out the big moves to keep himself out of the rest of this tournament. Irish whipping Zack Ryder into the ropes. I don't know what to call it, but it was a neck breaker of some kind. Almost an around-the-world neck breaker, just without the high flying. Meat Boy staring. Zack Ryder down. Big right hook to the outside. And Meat Boy now ready to face off against him. Zack Ryder was ready. Jawbreaker to Meat Boy. Into a crucifix bomb on that hard ground. Nothing but dirt and rocks and grass. And that's got to be painful. Super kick to Zack Ryder on the outside. Ryder looking to be in serious trouble here. The referee at a 4 count, I believe, while Meat Boy works over. No, that's a 6 count. The referee at a 6 count, and Meat Boy now sending Zack Ryder into the ring. Sliding his way in. Going up to the top rope. There it is. Meat Boy up top. Oh my god. A Phoenix Splash, I think, by Meat Boy. The wall jump from Meat Boy puts Zack Ryder away. And it is with that I can now tell you who Zack Ryder is facing in round 2. And it will, in fact, be both Rikishi and T.J. Perkins in a triple threat where the person who gets pinned or submitted will move on to the third round. I was going to say quarterfinals, but it wouldn't quite be the quarter. It's time to ride or die, Ryder. Ride or die. You are factually correct. So it will be a triple threat in the second round. Rikishi, T.J. Perkins, and Ryder. Now let me tell you something. This next match, I'm going to be honest with you. It might be the weirdest match of round one. I'm looking at a lot of these. No, the last match of round one's also pretty weird. This is definitely a weird match here in round one. Up there in terms of weirdness. And we are going to get these people selected so they can come out and we can talk to you about them. And is this match necessarily going to be bad? No, you know, weird doesn't mean weird doesn't mean bad. Hello, Hunter Banks. Welcome to the WWE Worst Cup. A reminder of the rules here: a 32-man tournament. By losing your match, you move on to the next round of the tournament. And the last two people at the end of the tournament will face at WrestleMania in a death match. As of right now, the following people who have moved on to round two are the British Bulldog, Grand Metalik, R-Truth, Rock Lee, and then Zack Ryder, Rikishi, and T.J. Perkins will be facing in a triple threat due to a Rikishi and Perkins count out. The reason we came to the triple threat decision was it was decided that a draw was considered a loss for both competitors, so that puts them both in round two. And we are continuing on with round one. What have you missed so far? Bulldog beat the ever-loving crap out of Hulk Hogan in the opening match. Hogan just kicked out of all of his finishers, then hit one leg drop and beat British Bulldog. Deadpool squashed Grand Metalik with a 630. Cassius Ohno beat R-Truth. Rock Lee was about to beat Curtis Axel, and then Dash Wilder came out for a distraction, allowing Curtis Axel to roll up Rock Lee. And Rikishi and Perkins got a double countout, and Meat Boy beat Zack Ryder. And now, a classic Hogan match. And now, Titus O'Neil, Mr. Worldwide, coming out here to the ring. A little fun fact for you, and I will leave it up to your imagination. 2 members of Titus Worldwide are in this tournament here tonight. Titus O'Neil made it to the WWE Worst Cup with a record of 0-3, absolutely abysmal record, just horrible, one of the worst. As I said, this is going to be one of the weirder matchups here in the opening round of the WWE Worst Cup, which is, of course, we were told that this tournament would be illegal. Sounds like I've missed an interesting tournament. I've only missed not even the first half of round one. There's still plenty to go. Titus O'Neil will be facing... Oh, he got pyro! Titus O'Neil will be facing none other than Captain Falcon. 0-1. Also, a SWAT team is trying to shut this down. That's right. This tournament was originally going to be held in Bowser's Castle, but we were informed by the police that this tournament was immoral and illegal and that we were not allowed to have it. So instead of holding it at Bowser's Castle, we have set up 30 arenas in 30 different backyards in 30 different cities and countries. So the SWAT team is trying to pin us down where we're holding all these tournaments at. Little do they know that I am in none of these arenas, so they will find me at none of them. But, you know, they could find our superstars. If they stop even one match, they could shut down the whole tournament. Because it just wouldn't be fair to let someone get off scot-free. As Titus O'Neil, Captain Falcon. This match now underway. And right out of the gate, Titus O'Neil picking Captain Falcon up for a massive Vertical suplex. I like Titus O'Neil, but you can't root against Captain Falcon. Oh my god. Disgusting vertical suplex to the captain. As Titus O'Neil picks him up. Massive body slam. I was about to say, Captain Falcon, one of the unfortunate competitors in this tournament who only lost their debut match. Oh my god, power slam. But that was enough to qualify him for it. But maybe it doesn't matter, as Titus O'Neil, up until this moment, looked like he was going to crush Captain Falcon here in this match. As Falcon slamming Titus O'Neil back into the ring. Falcon going up to the top rope. Big elbow dropping Titus. Able to get away. That might have been the fastest I've ever seen Titus move into a pin. 1. Oh, and Falcon kicking out. Titus O'Neil missed a worldwide. Standing tall, looking real good. Looking real jacked here in this opening match of the WWE Worst Cup. It's Titus O'Neil. Oh, what a chop and a right hook. Oh my god. Well, I would say show some mercy to Captain Falcon, but really, all of their lives are on the line. And I'm not going to blame anyone for not showing mercy. Yeah, you can. Here I go. Boo, go die, Falcon. I think Frosty Vamps is hoping Captain Falcon loses this entire tournament. Jawbreaker by Captain Falcon. Oh, drop toe hold. Sends Titus O'Neil to the ground into the pin. 1. And Titus able to kick out. But this continues to let Falcon get some momentum. Punch from behind. Massive Olympic slam after hooking the leg. Big kick there. Falcon doing some real damage. Giving it everything he's got. Picking Titus O'Neil up slowly to his feet. Right hook. Another right hook. No, Titus versus. All I can say is watch out for the Falcon punch. That's right. Captain Falcon's secret maneuver. It's not even a secret maneuver. His well-advertised maneuver. He screams it. Oh, quick jab. Oh, into a super kick. Falcon kick. He faked him out. He did a tiny jab. Made him think he was going for the Falcon punch, but juked him out with the Falcon kick. 1. 2. No, not even a 2 count. Titus O'Neil kicks out of the Falcon kick at 1. But Titus O'Neil could be in real trouble. We all know what Falcon's looking for. Maybe we don't. What is this? F-Zero to Titus O'Neil. Everyone knows the Falcon punch is coming, so why not fake him out with an F-Zero instead? And Titus O'Neil bested right there, outplayed by Captain Falcon. You know, as we were just saying, Captain Falcon knows everyone expects the Falcon punch, and he brilliantly faked Titus O'Neil out twice, leading into a Falcon kick, and then an F-Zero. What did I think of the Smash Direct? Let me tell you something. Let me actually set up the next match, and then while it's loading, I will tell you what I thought of the Smash Direct. I forgot to throw up the label. I tried to warn you, Frosty. Let's get that. Look at that. Oh, it didn't happen because I closed the game. Who's next? Alright, this is a weird match, but for different reasons than the last one was a weird match. That's the wrong button. Let me tell you something, brother. Alright, let me get this set up, because I have to, like, pay attention, make sure I set everything up correctly, because I don't want to screw it up and have a match be all screwy, but not intentionally screwy. Falcon got lucky. Nah, man, even I'll say, I like Titus O'Neil. Captain Falcon just outplayed him. He played mind games with Titus O'Neil, and that's what he needed to do. And it was really brilliant there at the end, to be honest. Alright. And this is like my whole statement on the Smash Direct. For any of you unaware, I have been petitioning and begging for Petey Piranha Plant to be in Smash Brothers for months. I would love him as a playable character, but I made the comment, I would just love him as a background hazard. Literally, I just wanted him in the game as anything but a trophy. And I have a Twitter moment of all of my tweets building up to them revealing the Piranha Plant as a character with Petey as his final smash, and I lost my goddamn mind. And it was the happiest day of my life. And I'll admit, I'm becoming mildly annoyed at literally every person I see saying that literally no one wanted Piranha Plant, because I sure fucking did for months. But, I understand that I'm not exactly a particularly popular person or a well-known person, so it's understandable that people don't know that I was fucking petitioning for Petey. And that's okay, I got what I wanted. But you know who didn't get what he wanted? Luke Gallows. Arguably the biggest loser of the club. The club now only consisting of 2 people. They're not even really a club more, they're just a bunch of good brothers, a couple of good brothers. The Good Brother Club. Ever since Finn Devitt and the Demon Balor split apart and went their separate ways from the club. Luke Gallows, you know, he got squashed in his Iron Man title match against Dusty Rhodes. A lot of people consider him the biggest joke of the club. And Carl Anderson failed his Money in the Bank cash-in, so that should say something. Luke Gallows had a win-loss record of 1-2. Facing someone with a win-loss record of 0-2, and let me tell you, that record is far from a perfect 10 that this man coming to the ring deserves. You're calling it Luke Gallows going all the way straight to hell? Is Frosty Vamps, and of course Ty Dillinger, as implied by the perfect 10, is facing Luke Gallows here. So Frosty Vamps predicting Luke Gallows to lose not just the entire tournament, but also the death match at WrestleMania. A bold prediction by Frosty Vamps, as that implies that Luke Gallows will in fact lose to British Bulldog.
But do you think he's mentally prepared for tonight's match? If he's not, we're going to find out very early on. Guys have a way of smelling intimidation and taking advantage.
Ty Dillinger, another individual I'm very disappointed to see here in the WWE Worst Cup. But at the same time, I don't think I can remember a single match he's had, and he's apparently had 2 of them, so kind of makes sense that he's here. By the way, I believe as of this match, like once this match is over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, once this match is over, we'll be halfway through round 1. I looked away for a second, and Luke Gallows is beating the crap out of Ty Dillinger. No one is disappointed to see Luke Gallows. I think Luke Gallows is one of those things that's like, he's not as bad in terms of win-loss record as like Rikishi and Rock Lee and all them, but I think he's another name that everyone expected to be here. Oh my god, as Luke Gallows just launches Ty Dillinger out of the ring onto that hard ground. As Gallows stomps on Ty Dillinger, getting him up to his feet, sending him back in the ring. Gallows looking strong to start this match off. Maybe a bit furious at the dissension of the club, their club leader leaving him behind. Too sweet. And there are, in fact, only 2 sweets left in the club. As that fury may power Gallows up here, as Ty Dillinger better look out for the Gallows pole. If you recall, Gallows literally was the reason the club never succeeded. Well, Gallows succeeding right here tonight, crushing Ty Dillinger with the Gallows pole. There is a fury raging in Luke Gallows after being abandoned by Finn Balor. And he took it out on Ty Dillinger here tonight. Maybe it's time to make the club elite again. Maybe it is. Fun fact on that note, AJ Styles technically qualified for the Worst Cup at 0-1, but he was one of the, AJ Styles was one of the 20 competitors that was cut to even it down to 32. because, again, him and Lars Sullivan both qualified, and they were both, like, 0-1. I'm like, well, they just had bad debuts. They would obviously kill basically anyone they faced here in round 1, most likely. We are halfway through with round 1. Are you fucking kidding me? He sucks this whole time, but now he's squashing people? I'm telling you, there's a burning rage in the tummy of Luke Gallows, and it can't be put out anymore. Speaking of squashing people, we have a very large lad coming up here in this next match versus someone who maybe not so much in Universe mode. I'd say in real life he's a big fan favorite. I'm sure there are going to be people very disappointed that one of these individuals is here in the Worst Cup. You're going back to Old Faithful and picking British Bulldog to go to hell. Alright, Frosty Vamps. Change it. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the first person who's coming out in this match has a pretty high chance to lose the entire tournament, as they have one of the worst records in this tournament. That's right. Almost as bad as British Bulldog. I'm not going to give the name yet, but I will tell you that the first person who is coming out has a win-loss record of 0-5. And they are going up against someone who is only 0-1. Again, just someone with another bad debut. And we are going to see those two competitors here in just a moment. We're going to see them right now, actually. Here in Dublin, Ireland, we went out of the country for this one. What did you think about Crown Jewel? It is a fucking joke. It was the real WWE Worst Cup. There's a part of me that actually... It's Diesel, by the way. He's 0-5. There's a part of me that actually thinks that they went in there and tried to put on the worst show possible in hopes that that Saudi would never want them ever again. Like, that was an absolutely god-awful, horrible show in literally... Alright, I was saying literally every single word. That's not true. I actually did not hate the main event. I think if it were 10 minutes shorter and had a crowd that wasn't just awful, I actually think the main event would have been really good, considering how old everyone in the match is. But for what it was, I thought the match was still pretty good. I never want to see it again. And it really made it to me seem like Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, if you put them in the ring with someone who can help carry a match, they could still have really decent matches as legends. But you need to quit putting fucking old people versus old people. You need to do what we're doing right here. Yeah, worst pay-per-view of the year. Actually, yes, I would actually say it was worse than Backlash. Even though Backlash was fucking awful. And it is Elias, the Drifter, going one-on-one against Diesel here in the WWE Worst Cup. Making his way to the ring. I don't even know who he fucking lost. He probably lost in like the first month of Universe mode and was never brought up again. Oh, remember. Not on my show. I don't pay that much attention. I mean, fuck, Ty Dillinger's on my show and I remember shit about him. I will tell you that I laughed and laughed when Shane McMahon won the World Cup. Because I'm all on board with Shane McMahon, best wrestler in the world meme, so when he was officially crowned the best in the world. I mean, it was like fucking super stupid. It was incredibly dumb. No, Elias! I knew someone was going to be upset. For those of you that watched the Brant Steele streams, the few times they've happened, that is going to come back at some point. It's just going to be very, very rarely. Elias got absolutely screwed. And I think he was in a Survivor Redemption Island game or something. But either way, Elias facing Diesel out of nowhere. Twisting DDT. Have you seen any videos of any video game wrestling leagues? No. Just actually full stop no. I've mostly been watching someone play brawl, like Smash Brothers Brawl, and try to 100% brawl while I try to get a platinum trophy in the My Hero game. And that's how I've spent my fucking day yesterday. Huge waste of time, yes, but you know what? It was relaxing considering there was a horrible torrential thunderstorm yesterday where the roads literally looked like rapids. That's the Japanese ref having to break up Elias and Diesel as Diesel smacks him hard in the face. Big DDT once. Elias really loves that DDT, and you know what? It's working. It could help keep him out of this tournament here as Elias gets him up. Oh, big kick to the gutted. Big Daddy Diesel. Clothesline by Elias. Diesel needs to look out. He needs to not get tripped up in the ropes there. As Elias now on the second rope. Oh, went for an elbow drop, but Diesel rolling out of the way. That's going to do some damage to Elias. Big face buster. Frosty Vamps at the edge of his seat, praying to God that Elias makes it out of this tournament. And there's that DDT. I can't even know what to call it. The Samson special right there. He loves it. Getting Diesel up now. Big knee. And the Elias special, 4th time in the match. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. As Elias gets Diesel up to his feet. Get him in a bit of a headlock. Followed up by a knee, and could that lead to a 5th Elias special? No, he's going to Irish whip him, catching Diesel off guard. What a clothesline. That was a stiff clothesline right there. As Elias up on the second rope. Just sitting there waiting, letting the crowd know. He's letting them know. Come on, Elias, kill him. Elias sitting on that top rope, letting Frosty Vamps in particular know not to worry. That Diesel's gonna drift away to hell. As Diesel now grabbing Elias by his face and picking him up, elbow to the back of Elias's head. Big snapmare. Diesel now with a headlock. Putting those big hands to good use, trying to choke Elias out. Here in Ireland, of all places. Diesel with a big elbow. Elias set on the ropes, could be in trouble. No! He's choking Elias on the ropes and bouncing him off. Oh my God, he almost hit the Japanese ref off that. Into the pin, 1. No, Elias kicking out at 1 even after being choked out like that. Diesel, big punch to the side of Elias's face into a huge kick. Elias in real trouble here. Diesel locking in a camel clutch, sticking his fingers in the eyes of the Drifter. Elias is in serious trouble here. The damage ding dum, that's illegal, ref. DQ him. Frosty Vamps freaking out as Elias punching Diesel hard. Ninja roll by Diesel. But Elias able to catch him real quick. Now Elias gonna put Diesel in the ropes. Give him a taste of his own medicine, but Elias almost eliminated from the Rumble. Oh, but Elias facing back. If he can do that at the Rumble, he could win it if he can stay in the ring like that. Big kick. Oh! Punch from behind. Oh! Drift away from Elias, who's going to drag his long legs away from the ropes. But Elias isn't done telling everyone to silence your cell phones. Into the pin. 1, 2, and Diesel kicks out. If you're going to try to rejoin Simulator, have fun. Hunter Banks, whatever you're doing. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. And Diesel kicking out of the big performance, that one-man performance. Kicking out of the Wonder Wall. As Elias has Diesel up yet again. Snapmare. Elias, I was going to say staying in control, but Diesel just busted Elias open. Big right hook. Knocks Elias clean out. You shitty Diesel, we all know solar power is better. Big stomp there as Diesel gets him up by his face. Elias woozy, barely standing 9 feet in the air. Gorilla press from Diesel, who's looking to finish Elias off once and for all. Oh no! Elias! Look out! He's got him up! Jackknife power bomb!
what he was looking for.
And he's gonna drag Elias away from the ropes. Into the pin. No! 1, 2, 3, and Diesel beats Elias. And Elias... I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at Elias losing this match. I'm laughing because I just saw what the next match is, and the next match will decide who Elias faces in the next round. Oh, Frosty Vamps is not gonna be happy. Frosty Vamps is gonna be very upset at the 2 people that Elias could potentially face in round 2. Diesel broke the rule multiple times. This is nonsense. Oh my god. Alright. So remember when I said on Twitter that you would be fucking shocked at the people that qualified for the WWE Worst Cup, and not only qualified, but were guaranteed to be in the tournament. Well, this match is made up of superstars who I am absolutely shocked. I thought you were talking about Hogan. Hogan is one of them. There are a few. This match is made up of 2 superstars. The first superstar in this match has a record of 0-2, so they basically had to be in it. The other one had a record of 1-3, so they had to be in it. Oh no, Elias. So, I promise you, how this was set up was, they were seeded by their worst records, from worst record to least worst record. I did not choose this match, I did not make this match, and I am shocked that both of these men, I wasn't even allowed to cut them because they weren't 0-1. Which, I cut one person who wasn't 0-1, and that was Bo Dallas. Everyone else who wasn't 0-1 had to stay in. And the first potential opponent for Elias here in Mexico. We gave Mexico this match because it's a dream match you never knew you wanted. It's Dave Bautista, the Animal, coming out here. It could be Elias versus Batista in round 2. Oh no! I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say this because I want you to brace yourself, Frosty. Batista is the first person in this match. The second person's even worse. But Batista, 0-2, facing off against someone who is 1-3. Things are not looking good for Elias. Oh my god, Trey ASMR, I'm scared. I believe it's called Trey ASMR. That's a new channel right there. Oh shit, my pin. The Animal Batista. Please don't try this at home, Elias. And Elias even got busted open. He has to get stitched up. Not only is Elias busted open and stitched up, but he is gonna have to face either the Animal Batista or this man who's coming out to the ring. If there was ever a time for the SWAT team to show up and save someone, it might be now. Who wants to walk with Elias? Please, God, Elias, run to the SWAT team. Welcome, Rich Godboy, to this stream, by the way. And it's either gonna be Elias versus Batista, or the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. The loser of this match will go on to face Elias in round 2. say goodbye to Elias. Oh my god. Azar, please don't let this into a draw. That's Elias's best hope. Well, no. Elias's best hope is if someone runs in on the round 2 match and saves him. But his other best hope is that Andre, like, kills Batista in this match, so Elias can scoop up the victory on Batista in the next round. That's like the only thing Elias has going for him. Elias might want to be trying to figure out where these other matches are taking place so he can try and form an alliance or something in round 2, get someone to help him. Either way, this match is starting off Batista versus Andre the Giant, the WWE Worst Cup. Of course, the 2 people that lose every match they have in this tournament, they will face off at WrestleMania in a fight to the death. As Batista immediately giving it to Andre. He knows Andre is arguably the biggest threat in this tournament. I wouldn't even say arguably. I'm just going to say Andre is the biggest threat in this tournament. As he just steps on Batista, and that's what Elias wants to see. Because, you know, Elias has to want to face Batista over Andre the Giant. And so he's just got to be praying that Andre murders Batista here. Not even just a squash match, just like a 10-minute squash match. Oh, where Batista's on the brink of death. Elias has been found trying to call the swap, but is getting restrained by other wrestlers. He's not the mole. I respect that Elias isn't the mole, and I'm sorry that this is happening to him. Batista, though, fighting back. Oh, Luthes press to Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant is literally larger than life. One move from Andre
as Batista wrenching the head of Andre. Just think, Elias only lost 1 match in his entire career, and that cost him. That's what caused him to be here. Batista getting Andre up, but Andre fighting back, shoulder tackle to the animal. Big stomp there to Batista. Getting him very slowly up to his feet, taking his time, right hook to Batista. Oh, elbow, who wants to die with Elias? Who wants to walk with Elias on the highway to hell? Even though that's not what this pay-per-view is called anymore. This isn't even a pay-per-view anymore. And Andre just taunting Batista, getting him up to his feet. Well, here, think of it. Think of the plus side here. Elias only has to win 1 match in this entire tournament. So even if he loses round 2 and goes on to round 3, he could just win that match unless Andre or Batista just cripples him and he goes on to lose everything. At the very least, Elias has to either beat British Bulldog or someone worse than British Bulldog. What a suplex by Batista. Just fire Elias. Elias probably would want that at this point. But unfortunately, it's too late for Elias to escape from the WWE Worst Cup. Someone will be dead at WrestleMania thanks to this tournament. And it could be Elias into the pin 1. And Andre kicking out at 1. Batista back up to his feet. Into the corner. I thought he was going for the spear there for a second. But it looks like he wasn't. Grabbing him. Oh, and just taking Andre down. Bulldog only win. Bulldog's only win can probably come from Grand Metalik. You have a point.
Batista is moving the momentum to his corner. He may be in the best physical condition I've ever seen him in.
As we see, oh, what a spine buster to Andre the Giant. He just hits him with a guitar and wins. No! If Elias hits him with a guitar, he gets DQ'd and moves on to the next round. Batista picking Andre up into the Batista bomb. Elias, if you lose by DQ, you still move on in the tournament. Ref, count the pin! 1, 2. Oh, I don't know what Japanese ref was doing. I swear Batista had Andre there with a Batista bomb. But the ref was just messing around. I can't blame him too much. He's clearly jet lagged. He's been to like... He's been like at least 10 different states, a couple different countries at this point. I think he went from Ireland to Mexico in one flight. course of like 5 minutes, moving at Mach 10. As Andre proceeds, he's continuing to try and crush Batista here. Getting him up to his feet. Big elbow to the head of Batista. Now Andre has him up. No! Batista reversing neckbreaker. Japanese ref doing favors for Elias by making this match last as long as possible. Ended up pin off the neckbreaker. Rip Elias, he had a good life. Never touched championship gold. Had one match lost here in Universe. And now he's in this nightmare of a tournament. Batista wrenching Andre the Giant's head. The crowd going wild. Alright, boys. I think it's about time to start bringing this one home. We don't want to stay in one location too long, or the SWAT team could make it here. So if you could just hit another Batista bomb and put him away, I'd appreciate it. Oh, big nerve squeeze to the shoulder of Andre that's bigger than Batista's head. Andre fighting back. Big punch to Batista. Taking him out. 10 feet in the air, but Batista was ready. Poking him in the eyes. Right hook from Batista. Spine buster. This is Batista's shot into the pin. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be Elias versus Andre the Giant in round 2. Oh, things are not looking good for Elias here. Don't worry about SWAT team. They found locations that are all in that single location. But what could that location be? What did Elias do to earn this? I don't know. I guess he lost the match 5 months ago or something. And I was like, yeah, Elias will win round 1. I don't need to cut him from the tournament. We're just skipping Batista's victory. I don't know why. We gotta get out of there. We can't let the SWAT find out. Alright. Now on to a match that's actually extremely fitting to two competitors who absolutely deserve to be in the WWE Worst Cup, unlike the last couple of matches we've seen. Now, don't get me wrong, it's two competitors I don't want to see in the World Cup, but they certainly do. I think he lost a triple threat where he took 2 finishers. What a fucking way for Elias to go out. Actually sounds familiar, so I think you might be right. Let's go with this. Man, when you see this match, I bet you're all gonna wish Elias was facing one of these two guys instead. How are you all doing this evening? While we wait for the next match to load. As Elias's life hangs in the balance. Dunk's doing the good snooze over in the corner. He'll probably wake up for the quarterfinals or something. We have 5 matches left in round 1 of this tournament, by the way, and then we'll move on to round 2, where things will start going a lot quicker. I'm upset about Elias and how Lars should be there instead. Dog, I would have loved to see Lars versus Andre the Giant. I would have hated to see Diesel beat Lars, though. Alright, this next match is now ready. We've got Japanese ref flown out. Everything set up. Elias just hires the APA. He could. Jubble is not in this tournament. I mean, I guess if you're in the tournament. Here in Sydney, Australia. Here at WWE Super Showdown. Come on, let's get the boy out here. You all know who it is, based on the music. It is none other than the sexy 69 Sawyer Fuckton. Is Jubble not really in Worst of the Worst? He is not. Here, I gotta pull up the record for Sawyer Fuckton anyway. I will give you Jubble's record. Jubble is 1-1. Jubble won the Sin Cara Rumble where he became the champ, and then he lost to Shaq, and that's all Jubble's ever done. He is 1-1, and that's not a negative, so he didn't qualify. Sexy 69, Sawyer Fuckton. He is 1-5, absolutely atrocious. That is Cassius Ohno's win-loss record. recently lost to Lucha Lesnar, hoping to turn his record around. That clearly did not happen. And his opponent is 0-1. Elias is the new Kurt Hawkins. Oh no. Oh, that'd be bad news. I assume you mean Kurt Hawkins in the sense that he can never win. That Rumble Caro win. Sack. I don't know what that means. Saved him. It definitely did. Also made him a World Heavyweight Champion. Sawyer Fulton will be facing someone who is 0-1, only had one singles loss. And in fact, that one singles loss was in a title match for the Fight Master Champion against the current Fight Master Champion. Wait a minute! Wait! I've made a horrible mistake. There's someone who's supposed to be on in this tournament who isn't. Uh-oh, I missed someone. I'm mad that during the Car Rumble we didn't call him Maggle Cara. That's pretty good. But also, you may notice that the entrance is the same. It's because Sawyer Fulton is gonna face his former tag team partner of Alexander Wolf.
And his opponent from Dresden, Germany, weighing in at 245 pounds, one half of the NXT
Hey, I've made a mistake.
Tag Team Champions, Alexander Wolf.
I hate to say it, but Alexander Wolf is looking crazier than ever. Just as long as he stays in the ring.
I'm trying to think how to handle this. Alright, so let me say this. Without revealing who the superstar is, to keep it completely unbiased. There is a superstar whose win-loss record was 0-3. And I guess I just missed them when I was writing down everyone with a negative win-loss record. So they did not get put on the list. Should they be added to the tournament this late in? And if so, should we just insert them in as a triple threat at some point? Or do we replace someone in round 1? They cannot replace anyone in round 2. They can be added to a round 2 match as a triple threat, or added to a round 1 match as a triple threat. Either way. But they're not. They could replace someone in round 1. But everyone else in round 1 has some pretty bad records. Let him take Elias's place. He's not going to take Elias's place. As we see Sawyer Fulton and Alexander Wolf add him to the Elias, and it's not Elias and Batista, it's Elias and Andre.
In a completely different condition than he entered. That's not exactly a comforting thought when it's your career. Settle in, guys. This is going to be a blast.
You know what? We're going to make a meme out of it. We are going to make a meme, and it's going to be a fatal 4-way. Rikishi, TJ Perkins, and Zack Ryder. It was already a wonky triple threat match. We are going to add that other superstar that I forgot about into that match, make it a fatal 4-way since that one's already a multi-man. So good news for Ryder, Rikishi, and Perkins. They have an increased chance of making it out of this tournament alive. So that's how we're going to see it as we see Sawyer Fulton, big choke bomb to Alexander Wolf. Realistically, I would have replaced Alexander Wolf. I'm not adding him to Elias Andre. No, we're not ruining that meme. I want to keep it as many singles matches as possible, and since we already have a multi-man, that seems like the one to add him to. But I would have, just for the record, I would have replaced Alexander Wolf with him had I realized it like one match sooner. But, I think there's like only there's two other people in this tournament who are 0-1, but I think both of them kind of deserve to be in this more than Wolf does, because at least Wolf is part of a decent tag team in my opinion. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. I am adding him to the triple threat and making it a fatal 4-way. That's exactly what I'm doing. As Wolf hits a big body slam on Sawyer Fulton. Elias doesn't deserve this. You're right, he doesn't. But all he has to do is win a single match. Big headbutt there to Alexander Wolf. As Sawyer Fuckton throws him aside. Getting him up to his feet. Oh, went for an uppercut. But Alexander Wolf ducking under him. Now hitting a massive snake eyes to the sexy 69. And Wolf just going wild. Wolf, of course, Slammy winner for fuzziest man in the business. As he chokes his former tag team partner out here. If Elias dies, who's going to do your music? What are you fucking talking about? Jim Johnston, of course. Whoa! Avalanche Fireman's carry from Alexander Wolf, who just punches Sawyer Fulton in the face repeatedly. Elias had a shorter career than Kurt Hawkins' loss rate. Well, you know it all. Big. Oh my god! What a sit-out power bomb! The Great Wolf! The full moon power bomb to Sawyer Fulton. Licensed Friday Night Fights music. You didn't know that. Oh well, our music sucks. Sawyer Fulton is moving on, unsurprisingly. But you know what? You know what? We do need someone to take Kurt Hawkins' place. Considering he retired before having a single match, and then he's currently in jail for being a dirty cop killer. An actual, literal cop killer. Hey, you fucker, don't hurt Elias's feelings like that. Well, maybe he should step up his fucking game, you know? You know what? If Elias beats Andre the Giant, I will give him a concert at WrestleMania. That's his reward. If he beats Andre the Giant, he will get a WrestleMania concert. And that's a big payday for Elias. So there's a lot of things running on the line for Elias's next match. As we get ready for our next match coming up. Where the fuck is this person at? There they are. So a little fun fact for you regarding the first superstar in this matchup. They have a record of 0-2, and this is probably going to spoil who it is. They have a record of 0-2, and both of those losses were because of Rock Lee defeating them twice, and thus Rock Lee single-handedly sent this person into the WWE Worst Cup, and they have not got to be pleased about that. And the other person has a record of 1-2, and as such, barely made it into this tournament. I knew he was going to be in this cup. Yeah. I'm sure we brought it up before. How he was fucking blapped. Bipped and bopped. Knocked out of existence. And of course, that superstar here in Pontiac, Missouri. That might be Michigan. I have no idea. That's tough. Oh shit, we can have a Booker T versus Rock Lee final. We sure can. Here he is, Booker T. Lost to Rock Lee twice. Michigan? Alright. My first guess. No, it wasn't. Missouri was my first guess. Hello, Eclipse Explosion. Welcome to the WWE Worst Cup. And basically, I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm like looking at Rock Lee's record. I'm trying to find it. Rock Lee has won 3 matches, I think. 4 maybe? You run 4 if you count Survivor Series. This is the wrong show. Rock Lee has 4 wins. So 2 of them were over Booker T, 1 was over British Bulldog, 1 was at Survivor Series. Every time I see someone new in chat, I'm going to run over the rules of this tournament since it's a bit different than your regular tournament. 32 individuals stepped into this tournament. You proceed in the tournament by losing your match. And the 2 competitors who lose all of their matches, and are the last 2 remaining, will face off at WrestleMania in a death match, where the person who lost every match in the tournament will die. And of course, in our main event tonight, since the main event will not be... By the way, the person Booker T's facing is the Godfather, Pimpin' Hose Nationwide. I can't do that. I can't do it very well. Nationwide. And Audie brought his hoses back up. Well, he's allowed to do his entrance with them, but they are banned from ringside. You're not allowed to bring someone to ringside with you during the Worst Cup. I'm trying to keep it somewhat fair. But, yeah, because we're not going to see the end of this tournament here tonight, since that will be at WrestleMania, then your main event tonight will, of course, be Kilberg defending the Punchy Boys 2K18 Championship against the King of the Ring, Big Papa Smurf. So you do get some kind of big main event before this night is over, and then we head into Rumble Chamber tomorrow. Could Godfather be trying to buy Booker T's loss with the hose? Possibly. Or did he just vaporize Booker T out of existence? Nope, there he is. Classic Pontiac, Missouri. These girls suck at dancing. They're fucking awful. Be on guard, those could be secret spots. Yeah, you know what? If I have to predict who the mole is, I would not be surprised if it's the Godfather. What is this motherfucker saying? Pimpin' Hose Nationwide. I have no idea what he's saying. I don't have sound. Probably calling Booker T a piece of shit. Dumb motherfucker. God, is he fucking reading War and Peace to the crowd? Put your mic down, boy. We're not even halfway through. We're almost done with round one, but we got more of this tournament to go. Christ. Godfather, one of the few men who can claim bot. Godfather, one of the few men who can claim the accomplishment of having defeated the God-tier gentleman Jack Gallagher. But can he defeat Booker T? Booker T clearly furious. Not again, he's trash-talking Trey, that piece of shit. You know what? He better not have been bringing up that fucking meteor, because I apologize for that. We are still working hard on that situation. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life right now. Kill him, Booker T. We don't need a Booker T versus Rock Lee final. We need a Booker T murdering Godfather. We need a Godfather going straight to hell final. As Booker T chokes him out on the rope. Big stomp there. Onto the Godfather. A huge knee. Dropping down. As Booker T has him up. Irish whipping Godfather. Over the ropes this time. And gonna suplex him right back in. Have to go to sleep. Good night, Rich Godboy. Have a great night. Dream good dreams of Elias, and hopefully he may make it out of this tournament alive. Godfather going for the pin on Booker T, and Booker T taking out at 2. Bye. Why? Have a great night. Why is Booker T almost getting beaten by random fucking Godfather moves? Booker T distracted by those hoes at ringside. Big clothesline by the Godfather as he gets Booker T up to his feet. And now a huge... Oh my god! Suplex face buster. Big elbow drop there to Booker T. Just been informed the SWAT team mole is someone who's been under our nose the whole time. Literally the entire roster. As Godfather Irish whips Booker T now. They just kind of bump into each other. Well, we at least know that the mole can't be whoever the new superstar is that's being put in the tournament next round, since they weren't in the tournament to start with and the mole already existed, so that cancels them out. Booker T with a huge leg or knee drop there. I still think the mole could be Metal Elite. Oh, spine buster from Booker T into the pin. 1, No, not even a 2 count. Godfather holding on. Godfather could also be the mole. Is Booker T slamming his arm hard into the mat, getting him up to his feet, kick to the gut. Booker T with the scissors kick to the Godfather. Into the pin. Godfather hand under the ropes. That's right, his hand was in fact under the ropes. By the way, isn't this quite some time since we saw a Japanese ref? It sure is. Whose music is playing? I don't have sound. Whose music is it? Someone's distracting Booker T. Oh my god! It's one of the Von Erichs. Booker T just stole his baseball bat. Oh, he's fighting back. STO! The ref's like, what are you doing? Get out of here! I think that was Kerry Von Erich.
You don't step in the ring with this guy and walk away completely unscathed.
Japanese ref is not a mole. He's a respected member of society. Don't you ever accuse him again, you motherfucker. He's also not in the tournament, so he wouldn't be the mole. Godfather fighting back with an STO. I think that was Kerry Von Erich. Lee sent Kerry out. They do have similar haircuts. And that just saved the Godfather, who's about to ram the whole train all aboard on the Booker T. And now, Booker in trouble as Godfather has him up for the Ho Valley Driver. And he's away from the ropes into the pin. 1, 2, and Booker T able to kick out. Godfather can't believe it. Could Kerry Von Erich be one of the Godfather's hoes? As Booker T elbows him, float over DDT to the Godfather. As he rolls Godfather over into the pin. 1, 2, and the Godfather stays in it. Pimpin' strong nationwide. I never accuse Japanese ref of anything. I catch your implications. And we'll put an end to him real quick. I'll pay Jinder Mahal a good amount of money to take care of the problem. As Godfather hits a sidewalk slam into the pin now once again. 1. Oh, and Booker T kicking out at 1. Godfather had his chance, and he might be losing it here. It might be slipping out from under his fingers. As he continues to squeeze Booker T, throwing him into the ground. Booker T now going up to the top rope. Booker T, I think I've been calling him Booker T this time. Godfather going to the top rope. Booker T in trouble. Big splash by Godfather as he now pummels Booker T's head into the mat. And he's got him up. Godfather snapped. He is going to finish Booker T off. Trying to pop his spine back into place or something. Godfather's really feeling the burn here after taking that scissors kick. Oh no. Booker T better look out. Godfather looking for the Ho train once again. And that could very well be it for Booker T. No. Godfather says that's not it. It can never be it. Picking Booker T up to his feet. Snapmare. Why won't he just put Booker T away? And that could cost the Godfather as Booker T fighting back. Big sleepy donk here. Now going for a DDT, not a DDP. As Godfather reversing with the leg sweep into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Booker T barely saving himself. Round 1 of this tournament still going on. 4 matches left. After this one, things will speed along a lot faster as we'll have entrances off and everything. Godfather getting the crowd hyped up, telling them host for everyone if he can make it out of here. And it looks like everyone's about to have a very good night as Godfather gets Booker T up for a second Ho Valley Driver. Hooking the leg near the ropes. 1, 2, 3, and the Godfather did it. The crowd explodes. Hose for everyone. Kerry's now backstage getting interviewed by newest backstage interviewer Gargamel, and Kerry said he did it for the Rock Lee. Unbelievable. But also he's one of Godfather's hoes. It was really just the interests timed very well for Kerry Von Erich. Yes, I've been skipping a lot of the winning animations. We just don't need them. Congratulations, you lived. How long? I mean, no, wait, you just live. But that's not that much of an accomplishment, says Dunks. I live every day. Tell 'em, Dunks. 21 years running, lived every single day of my life, never missed a beat. That's right. Pretty pissed about this next match, to be honest. I'm really sad these two individuals are in the tournament. Especially because there is a storyline going on with one of these superstars. So I would desperately hope that they can make it out of this tournament. But nonetheless, two fan favorite superstars will be showing up here in this WWE Worst Cup. This is going to be a match that a lot of people are going to be torn between. Not going to want to see either of these men move on. Boy, howdy, Dunks. You look like you have little socks on. You got little white feet. Say someone put little socks on your chunk of legs. Breaking kayfabe, you fucker, proven Japanese ref, not the mole. Don't ever accuse Japanese ref of this bullshit, okay? Oh my god, wait a minute. I just threw my fucking pin again. I trust my boy Japanese ref with my life. I will not stand for such accusations. I'm going to be right. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I love both members in this match. The one that comes out first could almost certainly be the mole. He is an absolute fucking snitch. I would not be surprised if he turns out to be the mole. If there even is a mole, this could all be made up by the SWAT team. This could be false leaks by the SWAT team. Here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Trying to get us on end. And of course, it's Drew Gulak. Competing here in this WWE Worst Cup. Feuding with Lucha Lesnar recently. Drew Gulak sitting at a very sexy 0-5 win-loss record. Actually worse than Cassius Ohno's record. His most recent loss was to Nicolas Cage's Shrek on the Go Home show for Friday Night Fights. But you know, we saw an aggressive side of Drew Gulak there, almost punt-kicking Nicolas Cage's Shrek in the head, trying to end his career. It's been informed that Japanese ref is not the mole, but Japanese ref does know who the true mole is, but won't say. It's because he's a respectable... Japanese ref is not a snitch. How many times do I have to say this? He will not rat out the mole because he ain't no snitch. Snitches get stitches and wind up in ditches. That's how Japanese ref was raised. As Drew Gulak ready to take on his opponent here in round one. And it is none other than the fan favorite who didn't make it in the Super Smash Brothers, but he did make it into the WWE Worst Cup. It's Waluigi. The real Waluigi. He is 0-1, one of the few competitors. He lost his debut match. Just never really recovered. Formerly a member of Every Villain is Lemons. But, you know, he split up with him during the, I think it was the it was the Kinbone feud. He just really hasn't done anything since, but at least he hasn't been evil. Waluigi and Drew Gulak, one of these two men, will lose and proceed on in the tournament. Oh my god. His hands freaking out. Dear Lord, keep Waluigi's pimp hand strong. And right at the gate, a good amount of technical wrestling here between Drew Gulak and Waluigi. Lockup after lockup.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
And you know, this is the kind of wrestling that Drew Gulak loves, that he thrives in, this chain wrestling, grounded style, safe and sound, feet on the ground. As Gulak now pushing Waluigi away and into a neck breaker. And that's a smart move by Drew Gulak. Work the neck so you can lock in that Drugan sleeper and putting into Waluigi real quick. Earlier in the event, I reported incorrect facts by saying the Mole is in the tournament, but I've now been informed this is not the case. Or it could be the case. I don't trust any leaks anymore. I think the SWAT team's feeding us fake info. And you know what? As of right now, I refuse to believe there's a mole until I see someone run out that could be part of the SWAT team. Isn't that right, Dunks? He says yes. That sounds like a smart decision. Don't get paranoid. Maybe they're just trying to trick me into calling off this tournament. But we're like 2 hours in, so it's far too late for that, thick boy. He says, Lord Almighty, I'm thick as hell, says Dunks. As Waluigi now getting Drew Gulak back in the feet. You defeat... Oh! Big side suplex there. Dunks laying on his back as if he was dead for some reason, staring at this match upside down. Do you, donker. Oh, Waluigi ducking under Drew Gulak and hitting him with a clothesline. And Gulak wisely rolling out of the ring, avoiding any pinfalls on the crowd, booing Drew Gulak getting back up to his feet. They hate him. Oh, and a right hook from Waluigi sends him out. And the crowd hates Waluigi. The crowd hates both these. Never mind. I thought these guys were fan favorites. Crowd hates them. I think they're just mad that Waluigi's here instead of in Smash Brothers, as Gulak avoids that suplex into a side Russian leg sweep on the ground. I know, Snoot Snoot. As Gulak sending Waluigi in the ring. Big elbow on the ring apron. Hardest part of the ring, Dunks. And Gulak has him up. Right hook. Into the move we all know and love, the fuck buster to Waluigi. All I know is there's a mole, but I don't know if they're in the tournament or helped put it together or wasn't a part of it all, but I have a gain of a solid piece of info. And that Trey has to talk to the mole today. I have talked to the mole today before the tournament. Dunks, you piece of shit. You're the mole, aren't you? By the way, Drugan sleeper on Waluigi, who taps out. Drew Gulak has beaten Waluigi. Waluigi could die at WrestleMania. Dunks, I swear to God, if you're the mole. He's a thirsty boy. And you know what they say. Stressful boys. Thirsty as hell. Is that your guilt making you thirsty, Dunks? I thought you were a corgi, not a rat. I'm sorry, Dunks. I don't actually think you're the mole. He's getting very sad now. He's like, please. I just wanted some water. 3 matches left, Dunks. Who is your pick to die? He's like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna get that smooch. He says, let me get that smooch. I love you. You're not the mole because you're a good boy. Good boys aren't moles. Right, Dunks? Oh, he gave me kisses. That's right. Been informed that Dunks is not the mole since the SWAT team laugh at using a lowly animal like Dunks. Dunks will fucking kill you. Dunks will come to your house, break your kneecaps, and shoot your nipples off and eat them. Is that what you want? What's that, Dunks? You said Brock Lesnar should take Andre's place in the match to fight Elias? Oh, I don't know, Dunks. You are partially in charge of Friday Night Fights. Man, Dunks, that seems like quite the idea you have there. Who knows? This was the SWAT team, not me. And Dunks is like, I don't know, man. And, you know, this has nothing to do with the SWAT team, but maybe Lucha Lesnar should be in the match. Andre, you know, he only lost a few matches. Have mercy on Elias. Dunk says, I don't know. Maybe an apology could let us give Lesnar a day off, huh? He's like, he's been working pretty hard. Maybe I just need some persuasion. I know, can you hear him give the smooches of decision? Thinking hard about what to do. His eyes bulge out of his head. His thought process is whirring. Smooch, smooch. Give me the looch. I did nothing wrong. I'm just reporting what the SWAT team said. Are we even sure there's a SWAT team, Dunks? Are we sure this hasn't all been made up? Dunk says, perhaps this was all made up. By the way, here's Chad Gable, who's here to rock, rumble, and roll. Dunks is like, Dunks is like, Lot of thoughts going on here. A lot of thinking to do. We'll just see how things go. Wait a fucking second, where is this in New York? We can't tell you, it's just New York, alright? Dunks is like, don't let them know. It's a secret. Dunks, can you off my lap, please? Thank you. I know, you're very mad. I know, you want Elias's head on a fucking plate. I know. I know you do. And I'll think about it. Unless you get an apology. Well, maybe we'll just send Elias down the stairs. Yeah, it said New York, New York. We're throwing him off our trail. It's brilliant. And there's Neville, by the way. Neville versus Chad Gable here in the opening round of the WWE Worst Cup. What's that, Dunks? You think Elias's match against Andre should be a death match already? Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know if I can convince you not to do it. I don't know if anyone else can convince you not to do it. But you're certainly mad. He's throwing his plush toys around.
I think we can all agree that this will be no easy match.
Neville, very angry he's here. Very angry at being screwed at, I keep almost saying he was screwed out of the Fight Master title. He won it by accident by being attacked by Lucha Lesnar and F5'd onto Cesaro. As he makes his way into the ring now. Neville versus Gable, a great match. I would have loved to have seen it in real life, but they screwed Neville over, and that sucks. The SWAT team have sent a group out to New York to find this event before this match ends. Well, you know what? That seems pretty aggressive. And Dunk says, I think, yeah. He says, I think, okay. Really, Dunks? Really? Elias will be facing Andre the Giant at Rumble Chamber in a death match. Unless A, he beats Andre, or B, Dunks receives an apology for being called lowly. So, someone better get on to, helping Elias, or Elias better get good at fighting Andre, as we see a belly-to-belly from Chad Gable. As Gable now getting Neville up to his feet. Big right hook. Dunks, you fucker, I know your secret. Oh, what's that? Oh, 2-on-1 handicap death match? Andre and the Big Show versus Elias? Oh, Gable missing that big boy senton there. Big uppercut there by Neville. Irish whipping Gable into the ropes. Big old arm drag there. But Neville fighting back, pushing him aside, getting Gable up to his feet. And big... Oh no, don't do it, Neville! He's slamming Gable's face repeatedly into that top turnbuckle. As Neville now. Oh my god, springboard splash. Elias has nothing to fear. Oh, fear? Oh, Kane, Big Show, and Andre versus Elias in a death match? Man, Rumble Chamber's looking real exciting. As Gable throws Neville into the corner. Big drop kick to Neville there. Gable getting Neville up to his feet. Northern Lights suplex.
Might be in some trouble here. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball.
Into the pin. No. Gable was bamboozling him. Armbar on Neville. And to a leg lock. Trying to make Neville tap out here.
I know it's somewhat early still, but this could be a pivotal point in this match. Nicely done as he gets out of the submission.
As these two continue to stare each other down. Neville. Stop doing it. Quit brutalizing Gable in the corner. This big boy doesn't deserve this much brutality. You can just win the match, Neville. You don't have to kill him. Neville up on the top rope. Oh, shooting star press to Chad Gable. 1, 2, and Gable kicks out. Please God, Elias, win this match. You don't have to die tomorrow. Oh, and Dunks would like to inform that the Elias will be saved if an apology is received, but the apology must be received before Elias loses to Andre the Giant, or else the apology from Dunk says will seem insincere. So there you have it. Gable now, missing Neville, bad move, maybe a bit concussed from being sent to the turnbuckle. That much body slam to Gable into the pin. And Gable kicking out here. Irish whipping him. Irish whipping Gable into the corner. Oh, is Gable going to give Neville a taste of his own medicine? No, he's not. He's going to hit him with the Chaos Theory suplex out of nowhere into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Gable almost seeks away. Well, let's hope SWAT team comes out and apologizes to Dunks. Dunks never said the apology had to be from the SWAT team, just an apology from anyone. As Gable gets Neville up to his feet. Looking for the butterfly suplex to the king of the cruiserweights. Gable off the ropes. Big boy senton on the back of Neville's head. As Gable has Neville up. No, Hurricane Rana out of nowhere. Taking Gable off of his feet. Also been informed that I report another incorrect story, but I don't know what that one is. Well, you should probably figure it out. As Neville gets Gable up to his feet, putting him on the ropes. What is Neville planning here? Clotheslining Gable to the outside. As Neville rolls out, stomp to Gable. Rolling him over here. And slamming Gable's knee down. As he has him up, big forearm there. Neville now. God, he's just brutalizing Gable. Please, show him mercy. As Gable, oh, out of nowhere. Big Hurricane Rana-esque move on the ground. Neville taking some damage. I think we're at a 6 or a 7 count, so these boys better look out. Neville sent to the ring. Gable following right behind. Neville laid out hard on the ground. As Gable rolls him over into the pin. 1, 2. Oh no, Neville kicking out. As Gable elbows Neville repeatedly now. Big shoulder blade damage done there. As we see another butterfly suplex. Oh, butterfly! The butterfly falcon! Rare secret maneuver by Chad Gable, but Neville had his feet in the ropes.
No, he's taking one heck of a beating, Michael.
And that is going to temporarily buy Neville some time before Gable starts working him over once again. I'm burping a lot, I'm sorry. Gable now going for a pin again. Bit of a desperation pin here. 1, 2. And that desperation pin almost worked. Chad Gable, exhausted, trying to do his best to finish things off here. Has Neville up. Irish whipping him into the turnbuckle. And out of nowhere, Chaos Theory suplex for the second time. This could be it for Neville. 1, 2. Oh, and Neville has kicked out. I can't find the story that I got wrong, but I'm being told I made a huge mistake on what I said. Oh, well, you should figure out what the mistake was and possibly apologize for making such a fatal judgment. Brainbuster from Neville. Well, he is the brains and brawn as he drags Chad Gable to the center of the ring. Sit out blockbuster to the American Alpha. But Gable fighting back, kicks Neville aside. Gable getting hyped up. He is ready. He is willing. And he sure as hell is Gable. Oh, but Neville was Gable too. Springboard drop kick. Stomp there to Gable as Neville gets him up to his feet. What is this? Neville picking him up. Big sit-out powerbomb. 1, 2, and Gable kicking out. It's not the dunks coming. I actually censor most of SWAT team said about dunks. Oh, what's that? Dunks. That one sounds pretty serious. Oh, by the way, Gable taps out to Rings of Saturn. Are you sure about that, Elias? I mean, are you sure about that, Dunks? Alright, whatever you say. Well, according to Dunks, Elias is just going to be publicly executed at Rumble Chamber. He's just going to be shot right in the head. I mean, I can't argue with you. I'm holding a death tournament, Dunks. Although Dunks is saying that if Elias beats Andre the Giant or Dunks receives an apology from anyone, then Elias will not be publicly executed at Rumble Chamber. Man, it's been a rough night for Elias. And I have also received word that the SWAT teams are shooting missiles at New York. So thankfully we got out of there. But they're definitely hot on our trail, so I think we're going to have to lay low for a bit. We're going to do the last 2 matches of round 1, and then I think we're going to have to call it a night. And instead of doing Rumble Chamber tomorrow, we'll do the rest of the WWE Worst Cup. So that's the best way for us to make sure this tournament keeps going. So you know what, Elias better hopes someone sends in an apology before he loses to Andre the Giant tomorrow, or else he will be publicly executed at Rumble Chamber. As we get ready for the next of our last 2 matches here. End of stream tonight? Yeah. It's I actually didn't think it was going to take this long. I greatly underestimated how long some of these matches were going to go. And so, I thought the stream would end at about 7 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock now, and we still... It's like 6:07 now for me. And we have 2 matches left in round 1. Breaking kayfabe, you're playing right into my hand with this story. Breaking kayfabe, Elias is about to get shot in the fucking head. And you ain't writing your way out of this one. Either an apology is given, or Elias is gonna fucking die. There's no kayfabe to it. Dunks doesn't play kayfabe. He still thinks wrestling is real, and he's willing to slit a man's throat on live national television. Dunker's wild. As we get ready here. Yeah, like I was saying, we're not even... We got 2 matches left in round 1, and it's like... It's not that I think we've been streaming too long. I am fine technically with streaming it here in Fresno, California. Where we're going to see... Actually, Akira Tozawa. That's right, the other member of Tesla Live. Breaking kayfabe, Elias dying is just part of the grand plan. What are you, some kind of fucking cultist? I think you're the mole. I think you're the fucking mole. I think we're going to see Elias die at Rumble Chamber. As Akira Tozawa now making his way into the ring.
You gotta wonder how much coffee Akira Tozawa drinks, Michael.
But who will he be facing? And I've actually been told that the person Tozawa's facing is a little bit of a gray area, in that he was 0-3 in 2K17, but hasn't debuted in 2K18 yet, so his record's technically 0-3, but if he wins this match, it gets reset to 1-0. It's James Ellsworth! Making his WWE 2K18 debut here in the WWE Worst Cup. Like I was saying, it's not that I don't mind streaming more, but I have other plans I gotta get to at 7 o'clock or around that time. And I think it's better to cut it off at the end of round 1 rather than just go like way over into an awkward spot or whatever. Listen, this is all your fault. If only you let Japanese ref be the mole, then none of this would have to happen. I'm not letting anyone be the mole. If I figure out who the mole is, they're getting punished, and it sure ain't Japanese ref. Ellsworth could be the mole. He looks like a mole. Dude looks like a naked mole rat. Did I ever see your Ghost movie idea? Last Shift, and what was the other one? Last Shift and Oculus. I've not seen Oculus, I've seen Last Shift, and it was absolute fucking garbage.
There's no other way to put it. This one-on-one match is going
Me and Thorne watched it, and we laughed and laughed and laughed, and then we were bored. You haven't seen Oculus. Oh my god! Ellsworth going for a spinning heel kick.
I never get tired of watching these guys compete.
And hits a Hurricane Rana. Jesus! Ellsworth going wild. Oculus is pretty good. I will keep that in mind. I will put that in my list of things to watch then. As Ellsworth now headlock onto Akira Tozawa, hitting a big uppercut there. Oculus is actually really good. Alright, good to know. I will definitely... I'm watching a House on Haunted Hill, I think. I don't know which version. One of the remakes, not the original, tonight. As we see Ellsworth with a famouser to Akira Tozawa. And Ellsworth just taunting him. You know, despite being in the WWE Worst Cup, because of how the win-loss records carry over from one game to another, if Ellsworth wins this match, then he will technically be considered undefeated with a 1-0 record. As he has Tozawa up with a neck breaker. We saw Titus O'Neil move on in the tournament. Earlier on, could we see Titus versus Akira Tozawa in the finals? Fun fact about Oculus is produced by WWE Studios and best movie they ever made. I think you mean second best after Leprechaun starring Hornswoggle? I actually did know that Oculus was a WWE produced movie because they did 100 fucking trailers for it during WWE because I watched it at the time of that movie coming out. I did not know that there were no wrestlers in it though. For some reason I thought there was like a female wrestler in it for like a split second. As Tozawa stretching James Ellsworth's arms. Ellsworth able to fight back. Big hip toss to Tozawa. What a return for James Ellsworth here. Really giving it everything he's got. Big punch there to Tozawa. Irish whipping him into the ropes. Followed up by a big knee. And Ellsworth, he's clearly been practicing. Must have been running the indie circuit. before coming back here, even though he was drafted at the start of Universe mode. We let him do what he needs to. Big elbow there. My mistake, third best after Leprechaun and Cena Evil Kane. I actually also forgot about Cena Evil. I would have put Cena Evil above them all as well. As Ellsworth, big snap suplex to Tozawa. Followed up by a huge stomp. Don't forget Ferdinand, starring John Cena.
Oh, and he reverses it.
James Ellsworth. Ellsworth. James Ellsworth. Doing a lot of kicks and punches, really. Actually, not that great technical wrestling style. Big leaping DDT from Akira Tozawa. And could that be enough to take James Ellsworth out? He doesn't have much of a chin to protect himself there. But no. It was... I don't even think it was a 1 count, but I admit I looked away for a second. As Tozawa could be looking for that Senton bomb. No, he's up on the second rope, calling for James Ellsworth to get to his feet. Off the ropes, drop kick to James Ellsworth. 12 rounds with Cena was good when I watched it as a kid. I've actually never heard of that movie. There's a lot of stuff I haven't heard of. As Akira Tozawa now getting Ellsworth back up to his feet yet again. Kick to the gut. What is this? Oh! Sideways backstabber to James Ellsworth. And that could set him up. Not for the Senton Bomb, apparently. As we see a Saito suplex from Tozawa. Who now goes for the pin, I assume? No! Maybe. I don't know what Tozawa's planning. He's taking things very slow. Oh! The deadlift! German suplex to Ellsworth into the pin. Ellsworth's foot bounced off the rope. And with that bounce, he was able to leverage himself to get out of that German suplex bridge pin. Ellsworth trying to get out of here. What about the Marine with Cena? Then Ted Jr. and now The Miz. What about it? Another German! Sending Ellsworth into the ropes. What about the Marine starring Shawn Michaels and Becky Lynch? Akira Tozawa with the pin off the second German suplex. Ref in position 1. 2. Oh, and Ellsworth staying in it. This is the second last match. Have you seen them? I've not seen a single Marine movie. At some point, I may sit down with Jacob and or Thorne and watch all of them. Ellsworth taking Akira Tozawa down, but that's a big if, and if so, it will be a long while from now. Oh my God! Ellsworth trying to split the nuts of Akira Tozawa. Now slowly getting up his feet. Big right hook. Lots of right hooks from James Ellsworth. Actually, never seen a Miz movie, so I don't know how good of an actor he is. Neither have I. I've also never seen a John Cena movie except for Fred the movie. Oh, James Ellsworth. Big mechanical elbow. Going to the corner. Could be looking. He's tuning up the band. Setting Akira Tozawa up for a little no chin music, but Akira Tozawa ducks out of the way. Ellsworth was ready for him, though. I think maybe he's used to people dodging no chin music. And Tozawa now picking him up. Big Falcon's arrow. And Tozawa. That was a great cameo with Cena in the Fred movie. It was. That was a real funny joke. As Tozawa now gets Ellsworth up to his feet. Big kick. Shining Wizard. Oh my God. If Ellsworth had a chin, that would have taken it clean off. And I think that's going to be it for Mr. James Ellsworth. 1, 2. No! Ellsworth staying in it even after the Shining Wizard. He is holding on. And so Akira Tozawa going to the top rope. Ellsworth knows that Senton Bomb is coming. And so he's trying to get out of there. And Tozawa's coming after him. Ellsworth able to stave off that great finale for just a little while. From behind, German suplex into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Ellsworth Where the fuck is this match still on? I was trying not to say that, but you're very correct. Kick to the gut. Sideways. Backstabber from Tozawa. Why is Ellsworth still holding on? Just finish him off, Tozawa. Going for the right hook, but Tozawa fights back. I just want to get to the last match of the of round 1. It's a funny meme match. We're all going to have a good laugh at the last match. Code breaker from Ellsworth, the chin breaker. Big stomp by Ellsworth. Getting him up to his feet. Oh, kick there. And whoa! The Cincinnati driver! And James Ellsworth just staring down at Akira Tozawa. He knows what he's gotta do. He respects Tozawa after this hell of a match, but no one kicks out of no chin music into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Since this match is going so long, Swat Team had fixed the location is rushing to shut this down. Thank God Ellsworth just won so we can get out of here. And it's a good thing this next match is our last one for the night, so we can have some time to get out of here and avoid the SWAT team. Also, I'm losing a ton of frames right as Ellsworth won.
Here is your winner, Jay.
Please tell me I am not losing literally every frame, though. Like, tell me my internet didn't die. No, we're still good. We're still good for now. If there is ever a time for frames to die, it would be right now as we transition into the last match of round 1 and the last match of this stream. Dunks is still very furious. His rage is boiling over. His blood is curling. Dunks is very angry. Let's set up our last 2 competitors for the WWE Worst Cup. We good? Alright, here we go. We've finally done it at the end of round 1. It's only been almost 3 hours. But you know what? That's what happens with a 32-man tournament. I think I thought it would take less time because I did the Super Brawl for All for 2K17. And I think it went 5 hours total. No, I think it went 4 hours total, but I didn't have entrances on, so that's probably why. Maybe I did, I don't remember. My point is, tomorrow we'll finish the WWE Worst Cup. And when this is over, I will run down your bracket for round 2, and then we're going to get the hell out of here before the SWAT team shows up. And these idiots will be busy looking for more locations. They won't even know that half the arenas are already abandoned because we dipped out early. The fools. But we don't have to worry about that right now. Oh, I turned it off by accident here, and we went back to Pontiac. They would have never expected us to go to the same location twice. Interdimensional chess. Also, you have to think they've given it their all to not die. You're right. I mean, hey, you gotta imagine these guys are gonna be super thrilled they're gonna get a day to rest. Here is Aiden English, the final competitor. Not the final, one of the last 2 competitors here in the WWE Worst Cup.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at
Yeah, it's gonna be good for these superstars to all get a full day of rest before going on to round 2. Now, don't forget they found a future location not yet used in the tournament. Well, I mean, we're going to completely scrap everything. We're scrapping everything we've done. We're getting new locations tomorrow. Or we won't. Who knows?
Allow me to point out just how focused he appears.
Even I don't know where these are going to be taking place. There's only one man who knows, and I'll never say who it is. But, like, fuck, maybe that person's the mole. Shit. I guess that's also a concern I should probably worry about. But either way, who will Aiden English be facing? Who is the last competitor in the WWE Worst Cup? Any predictions on who the last competitor is? And here he comes, making his way to the ring. It's none other than... It's not Snorlax, actually. It's Banana Man! The fan favorite Banana Man is here in the WWE Worst Cup.
Big time singles matches on deck here, and Byron, what should we expect to see?
Now, fun fact, Bo Dallas, he was supposed to be in the tournament. He's 0-2. And Banana Man, he walked up to him and he said, "Hey, Bo Dallas, don't let your banana jives get down. I'll take your spot in the tournament because Banana Man, Bo leaves. He's a Bonana Man." And so here he is facing Aiden English in the final match of this tournament. What a hero to the people Banana Man is. We're losing a few frames on Banana Man's entrance. I apologize. I will pause it if we're still dropping frames when the match starts, to give it a moment to hopefully fix itself. Banana Man still dancing. Oh Jesus, I want him to die, but that means he moves on to the tournament, and to see him more, I'm conflicted. Don't disrespect Banana Man. He's a very hardworking individual. He saved Bo Dallas's life. The bell's gonna ring. We're gonna pause it for a moment. We're gonna let my frames work it themselves out a bit here. Think we're good? If we lose a few frames here in this fight, first off, those of you watching on YouTube won't notice at all. Secondly, does anyone like super care about Aiden English versus Banana Man? If we're being 100% genuinely honest, are you gonna be torn up? He's staring into my soul, Banana Man. You're gonna be torn up that the Aiden English versus Banana Man match live wasn't perfect. I am pausing it now though because I'm losing literally all frames. Like it would be unwatchable if I played it right this moment. But now I believe we are good to go. So let's jump right on in. And right out of the gate, Tornado DDT from Aiden English. He doesn't want to die. He's going to get Banana Man out of here. Aiden English has Banana Man up. Big uppercut there. Aiden English won't go down. He's already lost Simon Gotch. He won't lose himself. But Banana Man picking him up the height of that banana. Gut buster to Aiden English. And we are losing a few frames, but like I said, we're just going to let this play out. Since I'm sure those of you here watching live don't care too much about Aiden English versus Banana Man, you can still hear me describe what's going on. As Aiden English Irish whipping Banana Man over the top rope. On a headbutt sends Banana Man hard into the ground on the outside. Big kick there by Aiden English. As they continue to fight it out, uppercut from Aiden. Oh, sending Banana Man into that wood fence post. As Aiden now dropping an elbow on Banana Man's leg. Aiden looking to do some real serious damage, trying to bruise this banana. Sends him into the ring. Aiden English sliding right on in as well. Gets Banana Man up to his feet. Right hook. And there's the Song of Sorrow to Banana Man. But that's not all. Banana Man in real trouble here. I mean, that should be the Song of Sorrow since this is finisher 1, 2. Oh, and Banana Man kicks out. I've been informed since the SWAT have found this location before, they're now rushing to end this once and for all. But will they make it before Banana Man Aiden English is over? English up top. Big Big elbow drop to Banana Man. And Banana Man rolls out. Irish whipping Aiden English into the ropes. Big elbow into a big kick. Picking English up here. Massive suplex. Almost sent him into the ropes. Banana Man not quite that mean. Oh, kick to the spine of Aiden English. The Song of Despair and the Song of Sorrow. I don't really want to say Song of Despair because we have a despair-based tag team of Monokuma and Skeletor. Maybe I should just call his finisher the Whirling Dervish, even though it's not. Like the one-man Grand Amplitude.
But that obviously is not the case here. Weird, he seemed to have it locked in pretty good.
I don't know what we would call it, but I know exactly what to call this. As Aiden English in trouble, ducks underneath. Oh! Aiden English able to avoid the banana yukin that was coming in hot. It's Banana Man trying to get up. They have 5 minutes left until the SWAT get there. The timer's running. And he's trying to peel Banana Man using those ropes. Well, then I guess realistically, I guess the competitors don't realize that, or else they should probably be buying themselves more time. Song of Sorrow and the Song of Misery, who knows? Oh, he's taunting him, leg drop. As he gets Banana Man up. I like Song of Sorrow as the finisher, but I don't know. Big DDT to Banana Man. Right on his little stem. Banana Man not wanting to hear any more of Aiden English's songs. Ninja roll by Aiden English. As he gets sent. Oh, busted open after that turn. But I don't even think Banana Man meant to do that. But it worked nonetheless. Banana Man fighting back, punching him hard in the face. Oh my god. The banana peel to Aiden English. Dropping an elbow on Aiden English's leg. And he's gonna do it again. The Song of Love. Oh no, there's something that Aiden English is not gonna love. Banana Yukin! And that's it. Aiden English is done. 1, 2, 3. And he's gonna sing that Song of Sorrow in round 2. As he moves on here. And let's run down your round 2 tournament real quick. The British Bulldog versus Grand Metalik. R-Truth versus Rock Lee. Rikishi versus TJ Perkins versus Zack Ryder versus a 4th person in a fatal 4-way match. Loser moves on. Titus O'Neil versus Ty Dillinger. Elias versus Andre the Giant. If Elias wins, he gets a show at WrestleMania. If Elias loses or there is not a public apology, he will be executed at Rumble Chamber. Sawyer Fulton versus Booker T. Waluigi versus Chad Gable. And Akira Tozawa versus Aiden English. We will finish the tournament tomorrow. Confirmed at the end of the mole, and it's someone we never saw coming. Well, we don't have time to find out. We've got to get out of here. The SWAT's on their way. Thank you for coming out, and we will see you tomorrow.